Good afternoon, harness racing fans, and welcome to the Crawford County Fair, Day 2 here in Bucyrus, Ohio. Jay Wolf, Stephen Taylor, and myself, Susan Schroeder, are going to bring you all the action tonight. It's a nice night out here, Jay.
I ran into you in the parking lot, and I said, I took care of the weather. You have to take care of everything else, because I don't think if you would have asked anybody 3 weeks ago, say, hey, you're going to go to Bucyrus, and it's going to be 74 degrees for a high, and it's going to be in the 60s when you finish, we would have signed up for that months ago.
Yes,
so.
absolutely.
But beautiful night, nice night of racing last night, and we look to continue that tonight with 12 races. All filly races tonight, except for the Signature Series and the Lady Drivers Series.
Yep. I usually mark on the page. I mark my fillies in pink, and I kept doing it. I said,
"Wait a minute,
they're all pink." It's too.
There's a method to your madness with the highlighters, right?
That's what that is. Yeah, pink. So sometimes I forget, and I'll say the colt, and then I'll look up and I go, "Dang, it's pink." Got to say filly. But it is a nice night. The track was in great shape last night. They worked hard on the track. They've got the biggest doggone water truck you've ever seen. It's like can do 10 acres at a time in a field, but it's good.
Bell Fountain had something similar.
Did they?
Yeah, they do one pass, and that's it.
You're
one
done.
pass.
Yeah.
Clinton Raceway in Ontario, they actually shut the track down after like the 3rd, the 6th, the 9th races, and they shut it down, and a broadcast spreader like that comes, and it gets from the infield all the way to the outer fence, and they do one pass, and that's it.
Wow.
So horses are on the track, pretty close for the 2-year-old filly pace. The first race, we'll send it to Ayers Ratliff for the post parade.
Race number 1, a 2-year-old filly pacers, home talent colt stake, sponsored by Sons of the American Legion, Squadron 181. 1 is CPF, Wash and Rinse with Jerry Miller. 2, Leonia L, Hank Levan. 3, CPF, Peretti, driver, Make It, Braden Rhodes. 4, Heart of the Beach, Emmanuel Miller. And 5, ATI Barley Sober, Emma Wahlberg in the sulky.
That is the field for the first race, the first division of the 2-year-old filly pace for a purse of $7,504. Number 1 is CPF, Wash and Rinse. Jerry Miller trains this for the Crazy Parrot Farm, hence the CPF in front of the name. Jerry Miller will drive. He's the 26-year-old driver with qualifier and fair license. Last time out, line to be announced, it was a 4th place finish at Hilliard, timed in 2:07, making her 3rd career start.
Leona L. and Hank Levan from the 2-hole. Hank trains for Levan Stables, Darmafall Racing, A. Hefflinger, and M. Levan. This is a Monty Mickey filly out of Some Beach Somewhere mare, Beach Story. A $10,000 purchase at the Ohio Selected Sale. Was second or last start out at Wellston, but had 2 back-to-back wins at Bell Fountain and Marion.
Number 3 is CPF Peretti. Karen Freed will train this one for the Crazy Parrot Farm of Frisco, Texas. Braden Rose will pick up the drive. Has a line to be announced July 20th at Hilliard. That was a winning effort, 2:06-1, so making 5th career start for this well-said filly.
And from the 4-hole, Heart of the Beach and Manny Miller for Herman Hagerman and Storm Haven LLC. A Bring on the Beach filly out of an R-Escape mare, Heart Escape. 4 starts on the win, 2 second placers, 2 starts back, had a nice second at Bell Fountain, timed in 6-1.
Emma Wahlberg will drive the 5 ATR Barley Sober. Dane Warnstaff from Ashley, Ohio is the trainer and owner. This is an ATI or High State ATI bred Charlie Barley filly. Last time out was at Hilliard, a 4th place effort, time though in 2:05-2.
I'm glad you said CPF was for Crazy Parrot Farm because I hadn't figured that out yet. The one that's Saved by Grace Ranch at the end.
That's the end.
Yeah.
But CPF is always in front now. So
yeah, that's.
We're here to educate. Sometimes each other.
Yes, absolutely. This is the first of 2 divisions of the 2-year-old filly pacers. We've got two divisions each of the stake races.
So we start the year off with like Paulding and those where they split 5-6 ways, so the purse is $2,800, $3,400-ish. Now with all the competition with the various fairs and the Buckeye Stallion Series and the Sire Stakes, now we're seeing $7,500 purse because it's only splitting twice.
Yeah, which is really nice for the horsemen. You know, they you need those early fairs to get some education, so you're ready to do really well when you get to the $7,500 purses.
If you're not familiar with Bucyrus, Ohio, it's located in north central Ohio. It's Route 4 from Marion up to Sandusky, Ohio. So it sort of dissects the state east-west, and Bucyrus sits here in the heart of Crawford County, the bratwurst capital of the world.
I read someplace about that it's the number 3 pork producing county in the state.
So what do? I go to the Cattlemen's Association
Did you?
booth tonight. And
I
I got a bologna. I thought bologna was pork, but I
think
couldn't figure out why.
bologna's all sorts of stuff.
Okay,
Right?
well, yeah, don't ruin it for me. But I went to the cattle producers and got a bologna sandwich. But
So it must have been a beef bologna sandwich.
I must have been. It was good though. So field of 5 behind the Mike Wilkenberg starting gate. They're at the top of the stretch, so we'll send it over to Ayers Ratliff for the call of the first.
Here they come. They're off and pacing CPF Preddy and Braden Rhodes. They fire out of the gate, crossing over with the lead. Over their second is Leonia L. Then we have Heart of the Beach in third. A bit skippy there in fourth is CPF Wash and Rinse, and the early trailer ETATI Barley Sober. They pace up the backstretch for the first time, and with the lead, CPF Preddy leads them out there by a tight length and a quarter in their second, Leonia L. It's Heart of the Beach there in third. Racing fourth is CPF Wash and Rinse. Opening quarter, 30 4/5. ATI Barley Sober is the trailer. They continue around the turn, and CPF Preddy leads them out there still by a length and a quarter. They're in second, Leonia L. Looking them over third is Heart of the Beach as they straighten away and travel down here to the half. Then it's CPF Wash and Rinse and the trailer. ATI Barley Sober pacing onto the line for the first time. CPF Preddy is the one who's dictating the tempo. Leonia L second, 101 and 2 the halftime. It's Heart of the Beach in third. Looking them over fourth, CPF Wash and Rinse, and the trailer is still ATI Barley Sober. They're into the backstretch and heads are pointed towards 3/4. Out there with the lead, it's still CPF Preddy. Leonia L is now popping to the outside, and Hank says, let's go on this filly. The race is on as they go on by 3/4 into the far turn. CPF Preddy on the inside, Leonia L the outside, 132 and 1, and Leonia L is going the better. Moving around the turn to the top of the stretch, Leonia L off the rail does turn with the lead. In their second is CPF Preddy, but the first race going to belong to Hank Levan. Leonia L in front. CPF Preddy finishing second. ATI Barley Sober came on for third. Time of the mile, 2:01.
2:01 for your winner, Hank Levan and Leonia L. Sat patiently in the pocket. We commented off the air that not short stretch, short backstretch, but awfully wide turns and sweeping turns, and so you don't want to wait till the top of the stretch here at Bucyrus. And he made the move going down the backstretch and was able to clear around the final turn and drew off in 2:01.
Really nice last half, nice last quarter too. It hit the half in 101 and 2 and a mile in 2:1, and the 3/4 132 and 1. So he scooted home, and he did. He opened up a lot of air there. Hank had a great night last night, so it looks like he's just going to continue that tonight.
Saw Hank in the race office before the meet and races, and I said it was a Hank Levan world. We're just living in it currently. So
Yeah. I think he had 12 in last night and 10 tonight, so it's a pretty.
I don't know how many he has.
Nice.
2 truckloads. That's that's 2 trailerfuls. That's how you tell how many Levans have in.
We passed them at the McDonald's last night on the way home, so they must have been
I
having a
think with 4
late night
winners, they
snack.
could have had something better than the value meal at McDonald's.
Well,
but
You got to get home fast, you know. That co-owners the Dharma Falls down in the winner's circle. They were here last night for all the races too.
They're having a good summer as well.
They are.
Has met him here in the winner's circle here for the first race, and the winner is the 2 Leonia L. Third win in 6 tries for this 2-year-old bay filly by Monty Mickey. At a beach story by Some Beach Somewhere on my Levan Stables, Dharma Fall Racing. A. Hefflinger, M. Levan, Hank Levan trains, and Hank Levan reigns. Time of the mile, 2:01. This one sponsored by Sons of the American Legion, Squadron 181.
Fifth winning drive and training effort here at Bucyrus. How many races last night? So
Yeah, he won 4 last
I think
night.
they had 15 last night, so
15,
he's
yeah.
5 of 16. That's not bad. I'm sure he
not
didn't have
bad.
one in every race last night, so betting a nice percentage for Hank Levan.
And that brings him right back up to a tie for first now in the state. Jeff Neisinger had 6 wins last night, so that brought him up to 40, and Hank
Send-
had 39. So
Send it-
Heart of the Beach, 4th. ATI Barley Sober, 3rd. 5-1-2-4-3. 30 and 4/5. 101 and 2. 132 and 1. The mile time, 2:01.
Rundown. CPF Wash and Rinse was 5th. Leonia L was your winner. CPF Preddy was 2nd. Heart of the Beach 4th. And AT Barley Sober 3rd. And with that, we turn the race program page to race number 2, and we'll come back and talk about the 2-year-old filly trotters when we come back after these messages.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Welcome back, Crawford County Fair, race day number 2 of the 2-day Crawford County meet here in lovely Bucyrus, Ohio. A little housekeeping items, please go to harnessracingohio.com, and in the upper right-hand corner, click on the view link, and then you can find Crawford County, and there will be a link for the race pages. And we invite you to follow along. Quite a few drivers' changes tonight, so we'll give those to you every race. We do use post-position saddle pads here, so red, blue, white, green, black, yellow, and gray. So if you're watching at home, you don't have to pay that much attention to the saddle pads. Just look for the colors.
Yeah, look for the color.
So
Got the little, we had races here last night and at Washington Courthouse, so I was kind of adding up. As Hank Levan and Jeff Neisinger have been neck and neck all summer long so far. And last night, before the races, Hank had 35 wins at the fairs and Jeff had 34. Well, Jeff won six last night, so he jumped up to 40. And now Hank was at 39 last night, so now he's just at 40. So they're right neck and neck.
Neck and neck in the King of the Fairs contest, right?
Yes,
We just need to find a
absolutely.
sponsor for that and get a crown or something.
Gosh.
Speaking of sponsors, we need to thank Mike Wokenberg for sponsoring the passport program. We've had quite a
Yes.
few already this evening come up, so
We have.
we want to thank Mike. He's the ultimate promoter of the sport. We want to thank him for his support of the passport program.
And the cool thing is that the passport program is kind of expanded. So if you come to 10 fairs, you get one of these. I have them right here. These handy, cute little poker chips with
How
the
much are those
horses
worth
of the
if
year.
I take them to the casinos?
I don't know. I
They'll
don't know if
probably
they-
look
you
at you,
think-
might arrest you if
Yeah.
you try to use them.
Yeah, probably would.
Yeah.
But ones I got in my hand, we've got Big Ranger from the 2025 Horse of the Year, By the Missile 2022. And I've got a few Charlie Mays left. So people who get those 10 fairs
If you can
first.
hear us and you're in the grandstand,
Yeah,
come quick.
you might want to come get
Mhm.
a Charlie May. There's not that many left. He
And
was
if you
the
go to
first
certain
one.
fairs, I'm sure Don will sign it for you.
He probably will. He probably will.
Don hasn't had
That
much
is
luck
fine.
this year. A lot of rain delays for him.
For
out
him?
down. He handles the eastern side, and I know Kenny Levingood
Yes.
helped him out this time. It's nice to hear Kenny back from his marriage and honeymoon.
Honeymoon. Yeah.
Oh, to be young again.
It's nice that those guys are able to
Yep.
do kind of that corner of the state
State.
that really
It's a
helps
long way
out.
from Tipperary.
It
from
is.
Grove City. It's a long way.
It is a long ways.
Stephen, I wasn't
It is.
expecting you here tonight. I signed off with you at Bell Fountain, and I didn't think I was going to see you for a while, but pleasant surprise, so thanks for joining us. Here you are.
It is a
Nice
beautiful
crowd
night.
here.
It is.
Yep.
It is a very nice crowd, and I have last night they stayed. I mean, it was getting a little bit late, and
Yeah.
they stayed.
Well,
So
it's
it was-
75 degrees. Oh,
Oop.
please. Wish there was a handrail there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of the perfect night to sit
Yeah.
and watch the races.
Is there ever a bad night to sit and watch races?
You're right. You're right. Unless it's like 110.
Yeah, but you can sit at home in the air conditioning and watch the YouTube live.
Right.
It's-
Somebody
There's
else.
no excuses now. You know, it's like, I don't want to have to
That's
go to the
very
race. But
true.
here, we bring it right to your family room. We had Frank Froz on at Bell Fountain, and we talked a little bit about the Backstretch Buddies program, which is fairly new, and that's to drive more youth. And now you have a youth membership, too,
Yep.
in the OHHA. So a little outreach for youth members. If you have any questions, just go to the website.
Yep. There's lots of
OHHA.
it. And interesting thing that's going to happen is a week from Saturday on August 1st at Scioto Downs, we're going to have a youth gathering. So anybody that is a member now of Backstretch Buddies or the youth can come and get some special swag, get
Wow.
some T-shirts, and be able to decorate horseshoes. There's going to be lots of stuff. We can talk more about it.
I'm a little bit old for
After
that,
this.
right?
You are.
Okay. Here's the post parade for the second.
Call to post for race number 2. Home Talent Colt Stakes 2-year-old filly trotters, a purse of $8,174, sponsored by Bucyrus Moose. Family Center $669. One is Swanderful Melody, make the driver Bryce Brocklehurst. 2 Hot Trottin' Patty, driver change Cody Greeno. 3 Coals of Fire, Emmanuel Miller. 4 Rising Queen, driver change Logan Ebersol. 5 Trictia L, Hank Levan. 6 2 OB Hot Flash, driver change Braden Rhodes in her sulky.
I was just looking at some of the driving changes. You don't say this too often. Hank's the grizzled veteran in this
I
group.
know. Yes.
Number
You're
one
right.
is Swanderful Melody. Miles Woolham trains this one for Woodland Ridge Farms of Orwell, Ohio, and he also co-owns this Uncle Peter filly, driven by Bryce Brocklehurst from over at the races normally at the Meadows. This will make it his first career start for Purse. Has 2 qualifying efforts, both 6th place finishes, the best of which in 2:04.1 at the Meadows.
Hot Trottin' Patty and Cody Greeno from the 2-hole for trainer Ed Greeno and owner E.G. Trot. This is a third Pat filly out of a Casas mare, Hot Trottin' Trixie.
Number 3 is Coals of Fire. Herman Hagerman trains and owns this in-range filly. Manny Miller will pick up the drive. Was a winner last time out in Hilliard, so has 1 win in 4 career starts. Before that was 3rd at Cortland.
The 4-horse Rising Queen changed the driver to Logan Ebersol. Edward Miller, the trainer. Philanthropy Racing from Apple Creek, the owners. This is a Marseille filly out of a Chapter 7 mare, Jupiter Rising. Purchased at the Buckeye Classic sale for $6,000. Had a win 2 starts back at Cortland in 2:15, but did trot a nice mile at Hilliard in 2:08 and 4.
Number 5 is Tricked Ya L. Hank Levan will look to go back-to-back here in the second. Levan Stables, Darmaful Racing, Hurley, Megan Levan, and Richard Fries own this 2-year-old Play Tricks on Me filly. Was a $21,000 purchase, been very consistent. This is her 6th career start. Has 2 wins, 2 seconds, and a third, including second by a neck last time out at Hilliard.
2 OB Hot Flash make the driver Braden Rhodes for trainer Justin White. Kathy and Dennis Petty are the owners. This is a Volstead out of a creatine mare, 2 OB Sassafras. One winner of his last start, won by 2 lengths in 2:11 and 1 at Bell Fountain, and had a start at Marion and Paulding and making a few breaks there.
So CFP was crazy, or CPF was Crazy Parrot Farm. Do you know what the 2 OB means? 2 old broads.
That's right.
I did not call them. They
You
called
didn't. They
themselves.
called themselves.
They called themselves old
Yeah.
broads. But the breeders, Shara Weaver and Madeline Roach from Indiana, they were 2B Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah,
Was
I
a
remember
Sire
that.
Stakes winner, and at the thing they said the 2 OB means 2 old broads.
That's right.
So we'll send it over to Ayers Ratliff with a call of the second.
Sponsored by Bucyrus Moose Family Center 669, field of 6, and here they come. They're off into trotting, and it's a Rising Queen who looks hard for the lead, losing strides. Wonderful Melody as they move around the turn. So out there with the lead, it's Rising Queen who is on top. In their second is Tricked Ya L, and that one is not content in the pocket. Hank's wanting to put this one right on the engine as they trot up the backstretch. Coals of Fire is there in third. Over there fourth is 2 OB Hot Flash. Then we have Hot Trottin' Patty, and the trailer is Wonderful Melody. They go to the opening fraction, and out there with the lead, with them on top, it's still Tricked Ya L. They're in a second as they move around the turn is Rising Queen in 31 and 3. In there to be third, Coals of Fire. Looking them over fourth is 2 OB Hot Flash. Over there to be next as they trot in front of the stands now is Hot Trottin' Patty, and that distant trailer, Wonderful Melody. They move here by the half, and the leader, Tricked Ya L. Rising Queen is their second. 2 OB Hot Flash is moving up on the outside, is now second and trying to press on to the leader. Halfway home in 102 and 3. Around the turn to the backside they go, and Tricked Ya L with the lead. 2 OB Hot Flash on the outside. Rising Queen is there in third. Coals of Fire is fourth. In their fifth is still a Hot Trottin' Patty, and Wonderful Melody is trying to look as bad as the Marion County prosecutor as they move around the turn. And out there with the lead, Tricked Ya L. On the inside is Rising Queen, moving around the turn to the top of the stretch, and a drive for the wire. Tricked Ya L does turn first. Rising Queen is their second. Trying to move from the back is Coals of Fire, coming down to the wire. Tricked Ya L outside Rising Queen. Tricked Ya L to win. Rising Queen is their second. Hot Trottin' Patty gets third.
We got any times? Spirituals. 542. 542. Unofficial. You guys all right down there?
Tricked Ya L.
Making it 3 on the year.
3 of the last 4.
Yeah,
When you finish
pretty
second
nice.
by a neck for the non-winner, that's not a bad deal either.
Not at all.
Tricked Ya L, last time Hank Levan sat in the pocket. This time he wasn't content to sit in the pocket. He wanted to be on the engine and was able to control the fractions, which we don't know what the 3/4 was or the final time, but was able to control those fractions and was able to draw away. Rising Queen and Logan Ebersol rallied for second, and Hot Trottin' Patty rallied for third. Unofficial.
The Dharma Falls are getting their exercise walking back and forth here.
At Bell Fountain, it was the Dharma Fall Winter Circle. They sponsored it, and they
Oh,
were
they
in it all
sponsored-
the time,
oh my
too. I
gosh.
said, well, that worked out quite well for you.
That's good.
So,
I think they're sponsoring the Springhaven Farm Ladies
Yep,
Pace tonight.
right.
Do a
So,
lot of sponsoring throughout
Yep.
the state.
people don't realize they live in the Toledo area. So when you do see
Oh.
them, that they're putting some miles on their car as much as Hank's putting miles on his truck.
Yeah.
So I can honestly say I've never been at a race that they've had a horse in, which they haven't been at.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tricked Ya L gets the job done. A 2-year-old bay filly by play. Tricks on Me out of I Like Purple by DeJarmbro. Oh My Levan Stables, Dharma Fall Racing, Hurley Racing, and Levan are Freeze. Hank Levan is the trainer and the winning driver. Hank Levan taking both halves of the early daily double. This one's sponsored by Bucyrus Moose Family Center, 669.
We're not sure where Jeff Nysonger is, but he better be winning because he just dropped to second place here in
Yep.
the race for the county fair lead.
I think we are the only fair tonight.
So he could win all the races it's out, and it really wouldn't matter.
It wouldn't matter here, no.
Hot Trottin' Patty third, Coles of Fire fourth, Rising Queen second, Tricked Ya L the race winner, 2 OB Hot Flash fifth, 6, 3, 4, 2, 1, 5 on the bottom, 31 and 3, 102 and 3, 133 and 3, the mile time, 2:03.
A lot of threes.
Again,
so
a
Hank
nice.
Levan, the
nice
Hank
last
Levan
quarter.
daily double. Well done. We turn the race program to race number 3. Jerry Miller, the trainer, will drive the 4. Field of 4, 2-year-old filly Pace, second of the 2 divisions, and we'll talk about them all 4 when we come back after these messages.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead, sire of multi-million-dollar performers with his first big crop of talented 2-year-olds making their mark on the track. Also standing Slay, son of Chapter 7, with his highly anticipated first crop of yearlings selling this fall. And Coach K Hanover by world record holder Wallner with his first crop of 2-year-olds hitting the track this summer. Looking for your next superstar? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients proudly offer high-quality yearlings with pedigree, conformation, and performance potential at public auctions this season. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
This September, the thrill returns to Delaware, Ohio. It's the Little Brown Jug. World-class harness racing, heart-pounding action, and unforgettable fun. Join the tradition. Feel the roar. Be a part of history. We have several hospitality and ticket options, including the new Jug Social Club. Please visit littlebrownjug.com or call 1-800-DEL-FAIR. The Little Brown Jug, where champions are crowned.
We're back. The Crawford County Fair, Susan Schroeder, Jay Wolf, and Stephen Taylor. And the new Washington Community Band. I'm not sure if we can
Yeah.
hear them or not, but a few years ago it was pouring down rain. They moved them up here under cover, which is pretty helpful because a few years ago they were out front in in folding chairs and it was raining, and they refused to leave until the song ended. I was like, I would have been out.
Yeah.
As soon as it started raining, I would have taken my cymbals and gone away. But
You know, like the ones on the Titanic. huh?
yeah, they
just
stayed till the
kept
very
playing.
end, and it was. If memory serves me correctly, I don't know if Stephen can get a picture of it. The fence around the back of the track is brand new, and it looks like they have moved the trailer, or I believe the RVs used to be up against the ledge there, so there would be a nice little group of watch parties
Oh.
on the backstretch, but it looks like they moved them to farther away where that vehicle is driving. But
Yeah, it is a nice looking fence back there too. It's really
is that 6 boards? My eyes aren't that good.
I don't think it's 6. I think they're usually 4 board.
Yeah, but
ones.
that's
It
at
does
least
look
5.
like 5. Yeah, you're right.
So I'm
It is 6? Wow.
I don't hear that too often. I'm right. And I'm sure that grant probably came from the OHHA.
I can't. They have gotten grants.
Yeah.
I just can't remember for sure if it was that. I mean, they've got a nice new barn over
Yep.
here. It's probably 4 or 5 years old by now, but
It's new
still.
to us still.
Yeah,
so.
very nice barn. Big stalls. If I was a horse, I'd be happy in those stalls. You got your own window. Pretty cool place to be.
Looks like they got some nice track equipment too. Looks like the local implement dealer gave them a couple nice tractors, and like you said, the broadcast spreader that spreads water doesn't have to make too many laps.
No. We had Scott Mogan was up here talking, and he warmed up. He says, I warmed up 4 2-year-old trotting fillies on a track with the biggest tractors and the biggest water thing
Yep.
that I've ever seen.
Yep. The only good thing is it is pretty wide here. So.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
plenty of room here at Bucyrus, which is nice.
Yeah.
Got a lot of stalls in the back there. They've got two barns, some with outside, like an outside shed row, so the stalls are facing out. And then there's some inside also. I'm ashamed to admit last night, and I'm ashamed again today, I never walked in back of that barn that has the inside alleyway,
Mm-hmm.
because at the back of that there's a whole nother, like a shed row back there with outside stalls. So lots of space here.
We want to thank everyone for checking in. It's nice to see some familiar names, and if you have any questions, feel free to send it in there, and we'll do getting a couple reports of video freezing. So we'll see what Stephen can do about that, if anything. 12 races tonight. So
Yeah, sometimes you can fix things, sometimes you can't.
I'm sure everyone's picking up their program saying, what's Hank Levan on in the third?
Yeah.
I'm sure the people sitting around us who don't watch racing as much as we do, they probably think this maroon guy with the white circle and the red L on the back is Superman, not
Yeah.
So picked up his 6th win over the 2-day meet.
They work hard.
Yeah.
They work very hard, and he does well, but it's attributed, I think, to all that hard work.
One of the races last night, Hank defeated his dad. It was
Yes.
a Hank Louie double, or Quinella. So
Hank had the fastest mile of the night last night, too.
you were talking about no competition, but we're getting into some busy part of the fair season.
We
You don't
are.
have to tell the OHHA staff it's coming up. But, Piketon will be racing tomorrow and Saturday. Post time Friday the 24th will be 5 p.m. And post time on Saturday the 25th at high noon. Then the racing action moves to the Seneca County Fair in nearby Tiffin, Ohio. They race Sunday and Monday. Post time both nights, 6 p.m. at the Seneca County Fair. Then on to the Knox County Fair Monday. They race a doubleheader. They'll race at 1 o'clock and 6 o'clock. And then Monday at the Big M, the Union County Fair in Marysville, Ohio, they race Monday the 27th, post time at 5 p.m., which
It's a change.
Yeah, it used to be 11 a.m., and Brad Conrad said he's glad he looked at the Huffs guide because he would have been there at 11 a.m. and had to kill 5 hours in Marysville. Then Tuesday they come back at the traditional 11 a.m. post time. Then Tuesday, Painesville. That's one of the longer days of racing because they race all on one day.
Yeah.
Highlights of that meet are the Jerome Osborne Memorial and the Bob Sidley Memorial to former OHHA directors. Then we go to Sydney on Tuesday and Wednesday, the 28th and 29th, post time both nights at Sydney at 5 o'clock. Then Thursday, the opening day of the 3-day meet of the Ohio State Fair at El Dorado, Scioto Downs. So post time all 3 nights will be 5:30
Ish.
ish. But as long as you say ish, you're good, right?
That's right. That's right.
So,
Can't be held to anything
no,
if you say
can't
ish.
be. And then the longest night of racing, Saturday,
Oh.
August 1st at Northfield Park, the Summit County Fair, which is Akron. They don't have their own fairgrounds, so they race, and that will be usually, they say post times at 6, so that means 6, and then the last race at 11:58.
Yes.
So,
Those are always long nights.
yes.
Very long nights. But that was on August 1st. That's the night I was talking about before, where
Yeah.
we're going to have all the family stuff at Scioto. So if you you can be at Scioto and watching Northfield on your phone if you want. See all the fair races there.
Who's going to Northfield?
We're still working that out.
Bob Roberts, are you listening?
Yes.
Here are the horses for the third race, sponsored by Here's the Stock Incorporated. One is Sweet Baby Jate with Emmanuel Miller. 2 is CPF, Clean But Mean. Aaron Lehman drives. 3, Aggie L. and Hank Levan. She's a Kiba? And 4 is She's a Kiba. Driver change, Jerry Miller in the sulky.
That is the field for the second division of the 2-year-old filly pace. A reminder, they go for $7,504. Number 1 is Sweet Baby Jate. Ron Potter trains this Monty Mickey filly, making first career start for the Last Laugh stable right here in Bucyrus. Manny Miller will get the drive. This was a $43,000 purchase at the Lexington Select Sale. Has 2 qualifying efforts at Scioto Downs, best of which individually timed in 58 and 4.
From the 2-hole CPF Clean But Mean, Aaron Lehman to drive for trainer Jerry Miller and the Crazy Parrot Farm from Frisco, Texas. A Fear the Dragon filly out of an Always a Virgin mare, Glorious Virgin. Coming off of 2 third-place finishes at Hilliard and Cortland. Was a blooded horse sale purchase for $6,500.
Number 3 is Aggie L. Hank Levan looks to go back to back to back here at Bucyrus. Hank Levan trains for Levan Stables, Hurley Racing, Brake Farms of Richwood, Megan Levan and Richard Fries, all of the Buckeye State. This is a Monty Mickey filly, $11,000 purchase, making 6th career start. Was second last time out at Hilliard, timed in 2:06 and 4.
And Jerry Miller owns, trains, and drives the 4 She's a Kiba. This is a Mr. Big filly out of a 3rd straight mare, Makiba Hall. Has had 4 starts on the year. Has had a little bit of a rough luck, but did pace her mile in 7-1 at Cortland.
That is the field of 4. They're in the hands of Mike Weppenberg, the starter. We'll send it over to Ayers Ratliff with the call.
Tonight is like easy street compared to last night.
$7,504 at the top of the stretch, sponsored by Here's the Stock Incorporated 2-year-old filly pacers, and here they come. They're off into pacing. Sweet Baby Jate out for the lead. CPF Clean But Mean is there in second. Aggie L is third, and She's a Kiba is the trailer. They move around the turn. They're in numerical order as they head on into the backstretch. And Manny Miller, he's got Sweet Baby Jate out there and on the lead. CPF Clean But Mean is there in second over their third. Aggie L. She's a Kiba is the trailer. As they continue on to the opening fraction, the leader, Sweet Baby Jate, is out there and on top by a length and a half over CPF Clean But Mean. The quarter up in 31 seconds. Aggie L is there in third, and the trailer, She's a Kiba. They're still in single file as they swing off the turn. They straighten away and move down here to the half, and the leader, Sweet Baby Jate. In their second, CPF Clean But Mean. Then it's Aggie L. She's a Kiba is fourth of the 4 as they drive here by the half, and Sweet Baby Jate is dictating the tempo. Halfway home in 101 and 2. In there to be second is CPF Clean But Mean. Aggie L is there in third, and she's Akiba has lost contact with the others as they move around the turn to straighten up into the backstretch, and now popping the pocket, CPF Clean But Mean as they continue on to 3/4 inside Sweet Baby Jate. On the outside, CPF Clean But Mean. That one now shoves the neck on top as they go by 3/4 and into the final turn. 131 3/4 speed, and around that turn they go. CPF Clean But Mean now opens up by 2. They're in second, Sweet Baby Jade. Aggie L is third. They're at the top of the stretch. They're on their way home, and it's CPF Clean But Mean who's got the lead here. CPF Clean But Mean will win. Finishing second, Sweet Baby Jade. Aggie L is third. 2 minutes, 4/5.
2 minutes and 4/5 for our winner, CPF Clean But Mean. Jerry Miller trains for the Crazy Parrot Farms. Fear the Dragon, $6,500 purchase at the Blooded Horse Sale. Picked up the lion's share of the $7,500 purse, so made at least half of her purchase price back today with that 2 minute and 4/5 effort. Quarters 31, 101 and 2, 131 to 3/4, 2 minutes and 4/5 for the winner, CPF Clean But Mean.
I'm pretty sure it gets 55% of the purse with only 4 in. Yep, 55. The other 3 say the same, 25, 12, and 8%, but the winner gets 55%. Last night we had a few 3.
We have a little scooter race here.
CPF Clean But Mean.
One of the nicest golf carts to come back to the winner's circle. It's like a little bus.
It is. It's really cute with the little fringe on top.
Yeah. A Surrey with a fringe on top. But Aaron Lehman, 23-year-old driver, picks up the win for trainer Jerry Miller. Jerry had 2 and picked the wrong one.
Yeah. Well, trainer, he probably had. He's going to take the one that is having some trouble.
Needs the most.
Have other, like, they don't hold up anything. Winning the third race, sponsored by Here's the Stock Incorporated, number 2, CPF Clean But Mean. A 2-year-old bay filly by Fear the Dragon. At a Glorious Virgin by Always a Virgin. On my Crazy Parrot Farm. Jerry Miller trains. Aaron Lehman, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2 minutes, 4/5.
New lifetime mark for the winner. Pretty impressive, 2 minutes and 4/5.
I thought that was pretty quick for this. This is not a very experienced field.
CPF Clean But Mean, the winner. Aggie L was third. She's Akiba, fourth. 2, 1, 3, 4 on the bottom. 31, 101 and 2, 131. 2 minutes, 4/5.
I'll start out really good keeping track, and then I lose it about the 6th race.
Race 4, field of 5. The only driver's change I have, Logan Ebersol will drive the one. Aunt Sassy, field of 5. We'll talk about all 5 when we come back.
Hickory Lane Farm is proud to have bred or produced 3 Dan Patch champions over the last 3 years. Located in Findlay, Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm bred and sold world champion It's Academic. We also co-bred and sold sophomore Breeders' Crown winner Yo Tilly. Our stallion in range set new sales records at the 2025 Jug Sale and is the sire of Set Your Sights High, who was last season's Dan Patch 2-year-old trotting filly. Find your next champion at the Hickory Lane Farm consignment.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
We would like to thank thestable.ca. They joined back up to be a sponsor recently, so we want to thank them for their continued support. I don't think people realize how much effort it takes to put on this, the traveling road show that is the OHHA Fair broadcasts.
Yeah, all the sponsors kind of enable us to maybe upgrade our equipment a little bit, so that's always really nice. I was talking earlier about the on August 1st, the family night at Scioto along with the state fair races. So if anybody's there coming out, they're going to have a name a foal contest. So they're going to have a baby there.
What's the breeding?
I don't even know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I just know that there's going to be one there, but I'm not sure. So that'll be fun to name a horse and have a bounce house and all that kind of stuff for kids. And the next Saturday night at Northfield Park, we're going to have our Ohio Sire Stakes reunion night, one of the nights that we're celebrating the 50 years of Ohio Sire Stakes. So
we've had that debate for a few years, right?
We have, and the
'50th?
debate is done.
Okay, it's done. It's the 50th
yes.
right now.
Yes, absolutely is.
No, I
We're
know.
celebrating it no matter what. But hope anybody can come there, and we'll have some pictures of past winners. And if you have any pictures or any trophies you want to share for the night, bring it over. We'll find our OHHA tent, and that'll be kind of fun. We'll also have trivia contest, OSS trivia contest. Jay Wolf is not allowed to be in them.
No.
And we got T-shirts to give away, and we also are starting a card collection of past OSS winners. So
there you
have
go.
little cards.
So I remember in the mid '80s, the Sire Stakes Championship trophy was actually a miniature. It was like I know you're gonna get mad at me. What are the Beyer horses?
Breyer horses.
Breyer horses.
Uh-huh.
But it wasn't a Breyer horse, and they had a sulky, and they would have the driver in the colors, and
really?
it would take a while. I know Sakaram, Dale and Evelyn Walters had one in there, and that was their trophy back then, and it didn't come obviously right away.
Yeah, yeah.
So you had to wait a while to get it, but I remember it sat in their dining room with great pride.
How cool would that be?
Yeah.
We have Frank was able to purchase a very, very large state fair trophy. This thing is probably at least 3 feet tall. Beautiful trophy, so we'll have that on display at the state fair night. But if anybody's got a trophy like that would be so cool to share with everybody so they could see it.
I wonder if Joe McLeod's listening, if he would have a picture of it.
Oh.
He could send it, because literally it was like a G.I. Joe doll was on the back of the sulky.
Okay.
And so and the horse just wasn't standing; it was running. So it was it was pretty neat, because they had the bike color and the driver in his colors or her colors.
Yeah, to paint. So I had to paint it afterwards.
So probably sewed it.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll have to see if Joe's listening. See if he can get a picture of that and send it to you.
That would be great.
So.
I saw a picture on eBay that I would buy, except that it costs $30-some. But it was a picture of
$30-some. That's nothing.
But it's just a picture. But it's
we start a GoFundMe. Get a GoFundMe so Susan can get this picture.
Conrad's dad took the picture and wrote on the back of it who it was and everything. But it had like this huge clock gears. That was the trophy. The only trouble is it's right in front of the horse's face. You cannot see the horse's face at all. But it's like all these gears.
For
and
the
it
clock.
Looks and it looks like it's wooden. But it's very large, probably 2 feet tall.
Wow. See the things we find.
Yeah, I probably will just have to buy the picture so that we have
I think
it.
Brad could probably dig it. He probably got a filing cabinet somewhere with that picture in it. If we talk nice to Brad, be tough for us to do. So,
But lots of fun stuff. And then, of course, on September 12th, Super Night. We're going to not only celebrate the horses of today, but all the horses from the past.
Here are the horses for the upcoming fourth race, sponsored by the Rockbrook Farm. Purse $8,174, 2-year-old filly trotters. 1, Aunt Sassy, make the driver Logan Ebersol. 2, Carrie's Quick Hit, Jerry Miller up. 3, Fat Chance gets trotting hobbles and Ed Greeno Jr. 4, Miss Iva, Curtis Harper. And the 5, Long Diamond, Braden Rhodes in the sulky. That's the field for the fourth race. Logan Ebersol on 1. Trotting hobbles to the 3. Win, play, show, exacta, Quinella, trifecta wagering.
that is your field for the 2-year-old filly trot, second of the two divisions. Purse $8,174. You think they could just round it up to 75, 175, and then take $2 or $4, $3 off the previous race and make it even? But we don't get into that.
No.
Number 1 is Aunt Sassy. Logan Ebersol will pick up the drive. Eddie Miller is the trainer for Jennifer Johnston and Brian Taylor, both of the Keystone State. This is Uncle Peter filly. Second career start, first time out was at the Meadows, and then 2-year-old non-winners of 1. Stayed flat, finished 7th, timed in 2:03 with Aaron Johnson in the bike.
Carrie's Quick Hit from the 2-hole with trainer, driver, owner Jerry Miller. This is a Volstead filly out of What the Hill mare. Made a few breaks last start, but the start before that at Cortland finished a nice second, just back by 3 lengths.
Number 3 is Fat Chance. Ed Greeno owns, trains, and drives this triumphant caviar filly, purchased at the Buckeye Classic sales for $10,000. Last time out was at Ottawa. Finished 3rd with broken equipment, timed in 2:10 and 2 with Ed in the bike that evening.
Curtis Harper drives Miss Eva for trainer, owner, and breeder Deborah DeWolf. Some Marseille filly out of an Awesome Victory mare, Awesome Andrea. This horse has had 2 starts so far, making some breaks in those starts, so we look for better things for Miss Eva.
Number 5 is Long Diamond. Braden Rhodes will drive for Rosie Weaver, who co-owns with the Heartland Acres and Cabby D and Stant, all of Ohio. Making 3rd career start for this Long Tom Brown filly. $30,000 purchase, Ohio Select sales. Last time out was at Bell Fountain, finished 3rd, timed in 2:07 and 1.
Horses are headed to the gate, the Mike Webbenberg gate. If anybody notices on the hood of this gate, he's got the American flag. Kind of cool. I saw that on one of there's gates, and now he's got on this one, so pretty nice looking. Let's turn it over to Ayers Ratliff for the call of the 4th, the 2-year-old filly trot.
They're off into trotting, and it's Aunt Sassy who goes right out of the gate looking for the lead. Carrie's Quick Hit is there in second, and Carrie's Quick Hit has went off stride. Up into second now, Miss Iva as they move around the turn. Aunt Sassy made a break on the lead as they move into the backstretch, so Miss Iva has inherited the top. Long Diamond is up on the outside there in second, and third is Fat Chance back down trotting Carrie's Quick Hit, and Aunt Sassy, that one trails. They go to the opening quarter here and with the lead, Long Diamond and Braden Rhodes out there and on top. In there to be second is Miss Iva. They went by the opening quarter, 34. Miss Iva is getting very rough there in second as they move around the turn. Now up into second is Fat Chance. Along the inside, Carrie's Quick Hit. Then it is Miss Iva. Moving up on the wide side is Aunt Sassy. They come down here in front of the stands and drive by the half, and the leader, Long Diamond by 2. Fat Chance is there in second. Over there on the outside is Aunt Sassy third. Fourth at the rail is Carrie's Quick Hit. 106-1 the halftime. As they move around the turn to the backstretch, Carey's quick hit has made another break. To the backstretch they go. And the leader is Long Diamond. In their second, Fat Chance. It is Aunt Sassy in third. Further back fourth, Miss Iva with Carey's quick hit. To 3/4 we go, and the leader, it's still Long Diamond. Long Diamond is out there by a length and a quarter. Fat Chance is their second. Aunt Sassy is third. Over their fourth, Miss Iva, 137-2. Moving around the turn to the top of the stretch, and it's Long Diamond. Long Diamond does turn first, and their second is Fat Chance as they drive for home. Long Diamond gets a bit steppy. Fat Chance comes to the inside. Long Diamond, Fat Chance, Long Diamond holds on. Fat Chance there in second. Aunt Sassy is third. Time of the mile, 2:09.
What do you say about that one? There was a little bit of something for everyone.
There was, but the crowd was into that,
Yeah.
weren't they? It was a long collective groan when Aunt Sassy made that break
There's
at
some
the quarter.
oohs and ahs and groans and moans. I was told by Frank Todd Jr. one time, the best thing you can do with a 2-year-old filly trotter is if you stay flat, you're probably got a good chance to win. And in that race, if you stayed flat, you could even blow the last turn and still win the race, as long as you stay flat. So, Long Diamond, Braden Rose, Rosie Weaver picks up the victory. Maiden breaking victory for the Long Tom filly. Rosie Weaver won 2 yesterday, so make that 3. Braden Rhodes picks up his first win. Raced at Moorfield Park, I believe, last night, so wasn't here.
This crowd here really knows it's racing. You know, they really into it. As I said last night, they stayed really late, stayed until the end, and I think they're like to watch racing here at the Crawford County Fair.
Press coming back here to the Ron Store Commercial Sound Winner's Circle to greet the winner of the 5, Long Diamond. Long Diamond, a 2-year-old brown filly by Long Tom, at a Nutmegs winner by Credit Winner. Owned by R. Weaver, Heartland Acres, Cabby D, J. Stant. Rosie Weaver trains Braden Rhodes, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2:09. This one sponsored by Rock Brook Farm. We do ask Speed Superintendent Tom Loftbaum to meet David Jackson in the winner's circle. Up there is a Tom Stockdale and Alan Nichols.
Looks like we're going to have a presentation in the winner's circle.
An additional one. This is a bonus one.
Here in the winner's circle, we are going to pay special recognition for 45 years of a dedicated service as speed superintendent here at the Crawford County Fair to Mr. Tom Loftbaum. Tom's friends and family are down there to greet him in the winner's circle, along with fair manager David Statz, the Ohio Fair Manager Association president from Wayne County, Tom Stockdale, and the second vice president of the OFMA from the Attica Independent Fair, Alan Eichholz. Crawford County Fair. He is speed superintendent for one of the best fair tracks in the state of Ohio, boasting a track record of 153-2. This year we have $10,000 signature series races. And he was a recipient of the Ohio Harness Horsemen Association Extra Effort Award for his significant contributions to harness racing for everything he's done here in Crawford County. Let's give a big round of applause. 45 years he's been here to serve you, Tom Loftbaum.
Susan, 45 years of anything is impressive, but we need to thank the thankless job of the county fair of track and race officials and fair board members, and we would be remiss if we didn't congratulate Tom for his 45 years of being race superintendent here at Crawford County.
And he is also the treasurer of the fair.
Yeah.
I don't know how long he's been that, but
Long Diamond was your official winner of the 4th. Oh, here we go.
Sassy was 3rd, Carey's Quick Hit 5th, Fat Chance 2nd, Miss Iva 4th, Long Diamond the winner. 3, 5, 2, 4, 1 on the bottom, 34, 106 and 1, 137 and 2, the mile time, 2:09.
We turn the page to race number 5, the first division of the 3-year-old filly trot. Field of 5. We'll talk about all 5 when we come back after these messages.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661. It all begins with a dream. In Ohio's lush pastures, a foal is born with the heart of a champion. Through dedication, care, and generations of world-class breeding, that spark grows into raw power. Today, Ohio's Standardbred industry offers nearly $24 million in purses for Ohio breds, drawing the best and rewarding the brightest. Breed, buy, race, and win in Ohio.
Welcome back to the Crawford County Fair here in Bucyrus. Jay Wolf, Susan Schroeder, Stephen Taylor bringing you all the action from the day 2 of the great Crawford County Fair. Being serenaded by our friends at the New Washington Community Band.
pretty nice.
Last year they had a cymbal player, and she took her job seriously.
Really?
Oh, she took her job very seriously. So I know we're sponsored and supported by the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, but I wanted to ask you your thoughts and feelings about Hawthorne closing.
Oh.
You're up at you raced a lot of years up in the Chicago and Wisconsin area, so
Yeah, it's just very, very sad. Hawthorne was, we always raced there in January and February. It was bitter cold. It was nasty. It was awful.
was it colder than Wisconsin?
It was colder than Wisconsin.
Okay.
The wind, double headers. So we raced at 1 o'clock. We came back and raced at 7 that night. But for our particular stable, we could make enough money at that meet.
At Hawthorne meet.
Yeah, because your really big guys didn't come in. You know, as soon as you got to Sportsman's, you had the Grand Circuit kind of guys that came in, and it was a much tougher place. But it was a wonderful place to race for a long, long time. It's just really sad
It's a
what's
big
happened.
void.
Yeah, big void.
Because now it's just the fairs in Iowa and Wisconsin and in the fairs in Illinois, but
Yeah,
most of
there's-
those are in the south of the state. I mean, they're South DeCoin and Springfield down
Yes.
south, so there's really nothing in the Chicagoland area.
Right. And the sad part is that they made all these stipulations, you know, that somebody couldn't build within 35 miles of Hawthorne. And there's, I've heard that there's somebody that wants to build, but it's within that jurisdiction. And you need to be within there to get
the
the
Chicago,
crowd.
yeah.
Yeah. And for as many tracks as there used to be, I mean, there was Maywood, Balmoral, Sportsman's, Hawthorne, Aurora Downs,
Washington
Fairmont,
Park.
Washington Park, raced at Washington Park
Yeah.
before that burned down.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was a lot of racing.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Sportsman's Park and Hawthorne literally shared a fence.
Back to back.
That's crazy.
It
Why you
is.
would be like, why do we want to put a racetrack right next to another racetrack?
Right.
But they did.
Not sure what turned out. A couple of different years, it turned out to be a good thing because there was a time when the Hawthorne Grandstand burned down, so we just shifted the meet over to Sportsman's and vice versa. A lot of racetracks burned down in Illinois. No,
No comments.
just seems
Arlington
odd.
Park.
Yes.
Arlington, that was right before their million race, so they
Yeah.
actually raced out of tenths. I
Yeah.
remember that. The miracle at Arlington, they called it because they raced out of tenths for their grandstand then. But
We raced a meet one time at Arlington in the winter, which that place was not set up. The pipes were all over the
Oh, no.
across the top, and the pipes burst, and everybody got soaked. It was. It
I went to
wasn't meant.
Maywood and Balmoral. I never made it to Sportsman's and or Hawthorne. I was at I was at Balmoral when Roger Hammer won the Hambletonian. I was on my way to Madison, Wisconsin to go to graduate school of banking, and I
Oh,
stopped there
wow.
to watch the Hambletonian,
Watching.
and he won it. So
Oh,
I always
gosh.
know where I was when Roger Hammer won.
Race, 1 Lynn Range, Emmanuel Miller. 2 7 Lick Image, driver change, Braden Rhodes. 3 Hang Tight Honey L, Hank Levan. 4 Fancy Like Anson, Aaron Lehman. And the 5 Ivy's Legacy, Mike Spearman in the sulky. That's the field for the 5th race.
Compact field of 5 for the first division of the 3-year-old filly trot. Number 1 is Lynn Range. Emmanuel Miller will drive for Herman Hagerman, who cones with Lucinda Belcher and Martin Yoder, all of Ohio and Kentucky. The in-range filly has 4 wins in 10 seasonal starts. One of those wins was last time out at Oak Harbor, a gate-to-wire effort in 2 minutes and 1/5.
7 Lick Image and Braden Rhodes from the 2-hole for trainer Michael DeRunts. Andrew Liggett is the owner. This is a What the Hill filly out of a DeJarmbro mare. Was a yearling purchase at the Buckeye Classic sale for $14,000, and just about 5 starts back was claimed out of the Buckeye Claiming Series, the new series for this year. And I see that they didn't want to put her back in to be claimed, so she's been in the Buckeye Stallion Series a couple of starts since then.
The big girl division.
Yes, the big girls. Had 2 back-to-back wins earlier in May, both at Northfield Park.
3 is Hang Tight Honey L. Hank Levan reigns and trains this one, co-owns with Darmafall Racing, Hurley Racing, and Megan Levan. Last time out was a 3rd place finish in Hilliard for this in-range filly. 1 win in 12 seasonal starts.
Fancy Like Anson and Aaron Lehman from the 4-hole for trainer-owner Jerry Miller. A Mr. Anson out of a Jailhouse Jesse mare. Sources had 13 starts this year. Had a 2nd place finish up at Northfield, 3 starts back, and trotted in 2 minutes and 4/5.
Rounding out the field of 5 is the 5, Ivy's Legacy. Mike Spearman trains and drives this major Athens filly for Philip Spearman of Fredericktown, Ohio. 0 for 7 on the season, but was 3rd last time out at Scioto Downs in the series there, and then has a win as a 2-year-old at Northfield Park at 2 minutes and 1/5.
The new Buckeye Claiming Series has some odd-looking
Yeah,
coded classes for it. It's because it's a starter's allowance.
Yeah, starter's allowance.
Yeah.
Buckeye Claiming Series. I don't put the essay at the end, please. We got
Yeah.
all this room now. Since they went with the new program, we got all this room, and we still abbreviate everything.
Yes. Yeah. It's tough, and it's tough to get everybody to agree. Those coded classes are, one track will do it a little bit different than the others. So we're trying to get them the same. So
You
that
noticed last race there was a new abbreviation. Not many people would see it. Said OG, which means off the gate at the start. USTA came out with a couple of other abbreviations, including driver caused breaks, which I thought we already had that, but now they have another one. So drivers can cause interference breaks and everything now. So
you have to have a cheat sheet alongside to keep track of all of this.
yeah, they did just broadcasted that a few weeks ago. So I'll have to dig out and see what the other. I think there was 4 of them total, but there's OG was the one I could remember because oh golly, you were off the gate.
Yeah.
So.
When you first said it off gate, I thought you meant, well, we already have one. That's
It's
an X.
called an X.
Yeah.
Fear off and trotting Lynn Range on the inside, on the outside, Hang Tight Honey L as they move around the turn. Away in early 3rd is 7 Lick Range. In their next, Fancy Like Anson. And the trailer is Ivy's Legacy. They straighten away and trot on up the backstretch where Lynn Range and Emmanuel Miller is out there hot to trot by a length and 3/4. Hang Tight Honey L is there in second. In third is a 7-Lick Range. Then it is Fancy Like Anson, and Ivy's Legacy still trails as they went by the opening quarter. Lynn Range is out there and on the lead, 29 1/5. Hang Tight Honey L is there in second. Over there third is 7-Lick Range. Then we have Fancy Like Anson, the trailer. Ivy's Legacy. They move down here to the halfway mile mark of the race where Lynn Range is out there and on the lead. Hang Tight Honey L is still there second. 7-Lick Image is third. Over there fourth, Fancy Like Anson with Ivy's Legacy. They went by the half in 59 1 Range. Lynn Range is out there and on top in second. Hang Tight Honey L. 7-Lick Image is third. Fancy Like Anson fourth with Ivy's Legacy. To 3/4 they go, and the leader is still Lynn Range. Hang Tight Honey L is their second. 7-Lick Image starts the gap in third. On the inside, Ivy's Legacy with Fancy Like Anson. They went by 3/4 in 1:28 1. Moving around the turn to the top of the stretch, Lynn Range with the lead. Hang Tight Honey L is trying to roll from the pocket here, but Lynn Range is on top. Lynn Range, too much filly tonight. Lynn Range will win. Hang Tight Honey L finishing second. 7-Lick Image is third.
That's a new track record.
Time of the mile, 1:58.
A new track record. We overheard him say that.
We heard him say that.
At Bell Fountain, we could hear the quarter times before Bill Peters got it. And I
Really?
said, we know it before he does.
That is interesting. I do not have divisional winners, so I'm glad that they have them here. Now, where did my track records go?
New track record on the trot. A new track record here, 1:58. The old record was 1:58 1. The new track record holder, Lynn Range, 1:58.
Track record was held by Wild Ride, 2013. It was a while
ago.
To meet the winner of the fifth race, Lynn Range, in the Ron Store Commercial Sound Winner Circle.
I ain't got nothing to tell you.
Walking across the track is one of our associate judges, Doug Guthrie. This race is in memory of Mary Lou Guthrie, so I'm sure it's a family member. Doug Guthrie's a new judge. I think he just got his judge's license last year.
We can talk about that after the next break.
Of applause, the fastest trotter ever here in Crawford County, Lynn Range. Lynn Range just broke the track record on the trot in 1:58. She's a 3-year-old bay filly by In Range by Lynn's Slider. By Andover Hall, owned by Hagerman Racing, Lucinda Belcher, Martin Yoder. Herman Hagerman trains Emmanuel Miller, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 1:58. This one in memory of Mary Lou Guthrie.
She appears to be a little filly, too. She's not really big.
Herman Hagerman picks up his second training win, so that means Manny Miller picks up his second winning drive of the two-day meet here at Bucyrus.
Like Image third, Hang Tight Honey L second, Fancy Like Anson fifth, Ivy's Legacy fourth. 1, 3, 2, 5, 4, 29 1, 59 1, 128 1. New track record, 1:58.
Very appreciative crowd here at Bucyrus. Nice round of applause when Ayers Ratliff announced a new track record. So we turn the page to the first division. of the 3-year-old filly pace. $7,127 on the line, a field of 5. We'll talk about the 5 when we come back after these messages.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
The Ohio Harness Racing Passport is back. Sponsored by Webkenberg Starting Gates, the Passport takes you across Ohio's County Fair circuit and now includes marquee events like Ohio Super Night. It's free and open to fans of all ages. Get your passport from the OHHA broadcast team and collect your stamps. Earn prizes all season long with more ways to win. Compete for the grand prize. Experience Ohio through harness racing.
Welcome back. Crawford County Fair, Bucyrus, Ohio. Jay Wolf, Susan Schroeder, and Stephen Taylor bringing you all the action. Harness racing action. We just saw a track record here at Bucyrus, 158 flat from your winner, Lynn Range. Never
Nice
an
one.
anxious moment with that one.
No, didn't look like it. Just kind of sat. That combination of Manny Miller driving for Herman Hagerman has been doing really well.
At the end of June, the USTA announced 3 new abbreviations. OG, which you know now is.
Off gate.
RG, rough gated. So you can be rough gated, I guess, without an X.
Huh.
So rough gated.
Well, what's interesting is the first one you said is GATE, and the second one you said is GAIT.
Yeah, see?
And
then the third and final abbreviation is DI.
DI.
Driver caused interference.
Huh.
We'll have to get a judge at like Troy when John Weiss is right behind us, so he can come down and explain how can a driver cause interference? The horse causes interference.
Right.
Maybe the driver didn't do what he was supposed to do, but you would think unless the driver would stick his whip out, I don't know.
Yeah.
So we have 3 new abbreviations: DIOGRG. I've seen several. I've seen a couple OGs. I've never seen an RG.
Well, rough gate. I guess rough gated. I could see that because you look at one and say, oh, boy, he almost made a break, but not quite. So maybe they get the RG.
Yeah.
Huh. There's always new stuff, you know.
Yeah. Just when you think you have it all
Yeah, they're all figured out. Absolutely. I am sorry that we're having internet trouble. We're just having, I don't know if it's because we have such a big, giant metal roof or what it is, but just having a little bit of trouble.
You have a driver on the 4 or we have 2 Manny Millers, so
Yeah.
we'll have to get one of them. He's talented, but I don't know if he can drive both.
I'm going to guess he's going to drive the 4 for Herman, but who knows for sure.
The driver of the 2 Bad Girl Up last time or 2 times back was John Sioka Jr. I understand John was kicked in the post parade yesterday and broke his leg.
I did see something, yeah.
Never like waking up to an Amy Holler post about someone getting injured, so of course I go and look, and I saw no accidents at Northfield Park, but from reports he was kicked during the post parade and he has to have a metal rod inserted. So
wow.
So wish him a speedy recovery. He's having quite a good year up there at Northfield Park. You know, when you look at the driver's standings at Northfield, you use Wren and Merriman, and, well, now it's not Merriman anymore. It's Noble.
Right.
Danny Noble's moved his tack up there, but Aaron Merriman's been out a while after the accident at Souda Downs. But John was actually in the top 8, I believe, in driver standings up there. So someone you don't really hear much about. That is the call to the post for the 6th. We'll send it to Ayers Ratliff.
Here are the horses for race 6. Mile purse, $7,127, sponsored by Crawford County Fair. 1, She's So Fast, Hank Levan. 2, Bad Girl Up, driver change to Emma Wahlberg. 3, Kiss My Accolades, Aaron Lehman. 4, Rose Run Bella, Emmanuel Miller. 5, Liberty Bibberty, driver change, Braden Rhodes. In the sulky.
So we have change after change. Number 1, She's So Fast. Hank Levan will drive this one for the breeder, Winchester Bay Acres of Orlando, Florida. Me So Fast filly. 1 win in 9 seasonal starts. That win was at Souda Downs in 158 flat.
Bad Girl Up changed the driver to Emma Wahlberg for trainer Ron Potter. And Last Laugh and Springhaven Farm, a lather up out of an All-American native mare, Bad Girls Club. This horse had 7 starts as a 2-year-old with 1 win in 54 and 2, and has their fastest win this year is in 152 flat at Scioto. Sources Bad Girl Up has won 2 of the Buckeye Stallion Series divisions.
Finished second in the Sire Stakes last time out.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Kiss My Accolades. Jerry Miller trains for the Crazy Parrot Farms, and Aaron Lehman will make the driving decisions. 5th last time out, Hilliard is 0 for 18 lifetime. Looks to get to first win for the Sumukulade filly.
Rose Run Bella and Manny Miller for Herman Hagerman Racing, and Martin Yoder coming off of a 3-win streak. 1 at Hilliard, and 2 0-1-1. Cortland 2-3-3, and Marion 2-3-1. This filly's already made $12,000 this year.
Rounding out the field of 5 is the 5, Liberty Bibberty. Braden Rose will drive now for trainer Jessica McCowan. Here's the stock stable is right here in Bucyrus is the co-owner with Sean Hartville and Scott Davis, all of the Buckeye State. This is Sumukulade filly. Has 1 win in 13 starts. That win was at Scioto Downs back on June 16th. 155 flat. 5 was late for the post parade, so making her required pass in front of the grandstand for the betting public. Bad Girl Up. $45,000 of earnings this year. When you race for 50, 20, 30, 20, when you're racing for that kind of money, it's and you've picked up checks in all last 6 starts. So
yep, money adds up quick.
Last Laughs of Bucyrus, Ohio, has been a longtime patron of the Ron Parner stable.
Interesting that Springhaven Farm, the breeder, retained some interest in this horse.
Memory serves me correct. Bad Girls Club was a nice race mare. The Dam.
You wonder if there's might be the thought of their keeping this one for a brood mare in their stable or at their farm. We're talking about all these breeding farms and the prices that they bring, and it's not going to be very long before we're going to start at the sales.
I'm sure yearling prep has been long started for some of the major farms.
Yep. We have, I had to import all of the yearlings into our system so we could see who was eligible for the new Bob program. So this will be the second yearling crop that will be eligible for that. So the Buckeye Owners Bonus, where you can get some money if you buy a yearling that's Bob eligible. Bob. You'll be eligible for some extra money at the end of the year.
Bob.
Horses are headed to the gate, so let's turn it over to Ayers for the call of the 6th race, first of 2 divisions of the 3-year-old filly Pacers.
Thank you, Priscilla. Just 2 horses. Wow.
They're off and pacing. Bad Girl Up just rockets off the car and goes to the lead. On the inside in second, Rose Run Bella. Liberty Bibberty is there in third. She's So Fast is there fourth. In the early trailer, Kiss My Accolades. As they move up into the backstretch and out there with the lead, it's Bad Girl Up, and Emma Wahlberg says, "Follow me, boys." She leads the way by a length and a quarter. They're in second, Rose Run Bella. Liberty Bibberty is there in third. They went by the opening quarter in 29 and 2. Bad Girl Up is out there and on the lead. In there still in second is Rose Run Bella. Liberty Bibberty third. She's So Fast is there in fourth, and the trailer, Kiss My Accolades. Moving down here to the halfway mile mark of the race, and it's still Bad Girl Up with the lead. They're in second, Rose Run Bella. Looking them over third, Liberty Bibberty the outside as She's So Fast. They went by the half, and the leader is still Bad Girl Up in 58 and 1. They're in second, Rose Run Bella. On the outside, She's So Fast is moving up for Hank Levan. Also looking out there, Liberty Bibberty. To 3/4 they go. Bad Girl Up on the outside. She's So Fast. Then we have Rose Run Bella. Outside, Liberty Bibberty is moving 3 wide with Kiss My Accolades. Pacing by 3/4, and it's Bad Girl Up on the lead. I'm trying to roll up on the outside is Liberty Bibberty 127. Around the turn to the top of the stretch, Bad Girl Up. Liberty Bibberty's out there on the outside, coming at her and coming on. Bad Girl Up, Liberty Bibberty. Bad Girl Up and Liberty Bibberty. Bad Girl Up and Liberty Bibberty. Bad Girl Up holds on. Liberty Bibberty second. Rose Run Bella was third.
Have fun. Listen to this. Couldn't even hear you.
Oh, wow.
Neutrals 254, 254, unofficial.
254 unofficial.
156. 1/5.
Whoa.
156 and 1 for Bad Girl Up. Emma Wahlberg picks up the catch drive for Ron Potter. Last laugh racing of Bucyrus and the breeder, Spring Haven Farms, Nina Estes Farm, Utica, Ohio.
Looks like the breeders are right down there, going to get in the winner's circle. Breeders and owners.
Impressive effort for the Lather Up filly.
Yeah.
You know, it's the angle we always see. Sire Stakes placing to Bucyrus winner circle, right?
That's right.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier, picked up 2 legs of the Buckeye Stallion series, so probably qualified for that final. So now it's probably trying to get enough points in the Buckeye or the Ohio Sire Stakes, and second place finish will get you what, 26?
Yep.
Do that math in my head. 25 plus 1. I'm quick. 156 and 1. So we didn't set a track record, but we come back track record in the race 5. Impressive effort, 56 and 1 here in race number 6.
Back of the Ron Store commercial sound, a winner circle after winning race number 6. It's the 2, Bad Girl Up. Bad Girl Up is a 3-year-old bay filly by Lather Up at a Bad Girls Club by All-American Native on my last laugh. Spring Haven Farm. Ron Potter trains. Emma Wahlberg, the winning driver. She drove it home, 156 and 1.
I took a sip out of my straw bag.
Should get the rundown for you in just a minute.
Girl up the winner, Kiss My Accolades fourth. Rose Run Bella third, Liberty Liberty second, 5-1-4-3-2, 29-2, 58-1, 127, 156-1.
Six races in the books. Seventh coming up is the second of two divisions of the 3-year-old filly pace. We didn't mention before they are having lucky loser tickets. So if you
You
happen
might need to come up with a better.
I know, lucky loser does not
Lucky
sound
loser,
good.
you know,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah. Frank said the same thing last night. That's not a good
you need
name.
a second chance offering or something
Yeah.
like that.
But they are giving something away. I'm not
Yeah.
sure what, but they're giving a bunch of stuff away.
Well, if you have a lucky horseshoe in your program, you get a flat screen TV.
Yeah.
I looked through my program. I bought one. I was like, well, what's the no.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of unusual. The the grandstand is shadowing the track just for a ways, so you can come down right before the finish line, and then the shade starts, and then you come back out of it right before you hit into the turn. So it doesn't seem to be bothering any of these horses. So we're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back with race number 7.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out, Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Hickory Lane Farm is proud to have bred or produced 3 Dan Patch champions over the last 3 years. Located in Findlay, Ohio, Dan Patch 2-year-old trotting filly. Find your next champion at the Hickory Lane Farm. Consignment.
We want to thank the New Washington Community Band for playing us back in.
See,
They've been here every year I've been here.
Have they?
Yeah.
They have got the timing down pat because the guy, right when air said and they're off, the guy went boom and
yep.
stopped it right there.
So.
Mike Webkenberg stopping in front. Now you can get, can you show his, the hood of his?
Wait a minute, let me get out of the picture here. That's fabric.
Is it?
Yep, it's like a spandex that you raise the hood and it slides underneath the hood and then he puts the hood down. It's like a giant sock.
Oh my God!
I thought it was paint or a sticker. And
That's what I thought too. Yeah. Oh my God!
I thought it was paint or a sticker. And
that's what I thought too. Yeah.
So
oh, that's pretty neat. Mike, always anxious and accommodating to give people rides in the starting gate. So if you've ever wanted to do that, can come out to some fair where Mike is, which is most of them.
You have to listen to a story, though.
You do.
You got to get a story, but you got to get a story first.
Yeah. But you'll learn more about harness
That's
racing
right.
in those 10 minutes you're in there than you would anyplace else.
So Mike left his gate in the infield at Delaware last year, and I had to go back to the log cabin, so I just opened the door to see if it was open. Sure enough, it was open, and one of his hats was in there. So I climbed in the back, and Brad Conrad came over and took my picture as the official Wilkenberg starter. I sent it to him, and he's like, "Who is that?" And I was like, "It's me, Mike." He says, "I didn't realize I hired you." So,
yeah,
Jug Week, we get a little punchy about Tuesday.
Yeah. But that's not very far away
don't
either.
Say it. Don't
oh
say
my gosh.
It. Don't say it.
All of this
September
stuff is
24th. Who's counting?
Well,
if
what's
I could
today?
Have this, if I could have this weather right now,
Ooh.
I'll sign up right now.
Yeah. Is that that's 2 months from today?
Yep.
Today's the 24th. Holy man.
It's a long way to Jug Week, though.
23rd. Okay.
Today. Yeah.
2 months. 2 months from tomorrow. A month. 2 months in a day.
2 months from Jug Get Day.
Yes.
There you go.
we were having a discussion in the office about how we're going to do things, what we're going to do. And
Have you ever thought about asking for Jug Week off and see what Frank says?
Oh.
I've been
Yeah.
really wanting to go on this trip.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably wouldn't. It's kind of an all hands on deck kind of week.
You even bring in hired hands.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's not, we think about that most people that are out listening to us now, that they know that we do the broadcast, but we do so much more there.
Yep.
The hospitality tent that we have there is a huge undertaking.
Speaker series.
Speaker series. In fact, we were talking about that, who we were thinking about having this year. We started the Legends last year, so we certainly want to continue with that. We had a few names pop up. Anybody you think?
I was going to say, do tell.
I can't remember right now. That's why I write things down, because I can't remember.
It is official. We have a Wall of Fame honoree.
That you can tell?
That we can talk about.
Oh, yay.
Governor Mike DeWine.
Oh, yes. That's great.
Governor Mike DeWine. I got a call from Tom Wright about a month ago, and he says, "What are you doing tomorrow?" And I said, "I have nothing on the schedule." And he goes, "Well, you're going to go with me to Bexley." And I said, "Why are we going to Bexley?" And he goes, "We have a visitor. We're going to visit somebody." So we went to the governor's mansion.
Ooh.
And we were asked to sit in his study, and we were sitting in the study, and he walks in. The first thing he says is, how are my friends from Delaware and the Little Brown Jug? So,
oh, wow.
So he was well prepped for the meeting, and we sat and talked to him for about 20 minutes, and he has graciously accepted the position of the Wall of Fame honoree.
Wow.
As many know, he's being termed out, so he cannot run for governor again, but people don't realize the amount of money and things he's done for Delaware and the whole industry,
yes.
but Delaware in particular.
Tack and vet supply per $7,127. One is Mount Camus with Emmanuel Miller. 2 Prolific Shark, driver change, Braden Rhodes. 3 Me So Fine, driver change to Kevin Wolf. 4 will be Fearful Ginger, Emma Wahlberg. And the 5, Deborah L., Hank Levan. In the sulky. Braden Rhodes on 2. Kevin Wolf on 3. See you, man.
The 7th, the 3-year-old filly Pace per $7,127. Mount Camus is your one. Emmanuel Miller will drive for Herman Hagerman, who cones with Melinda Hirschberger. Hagerman and Hirschberger are both from Mount Vernon, Ohio. Catch the Fire filly. 7 wins, 2 seconds in 10 seasonal starts. The one time didn't hit the board was in a non-winners of 4 at Northfield Park, but was timed in 56 and 3. This comes in here off of 3 straight wins at Marion, Bellefontaine, and Oak Harbor.
Prolific Shark and Braden Rhodes from the 2-hole for trainer Herman Hagerman on owner Stormhaven LLC. A down by the seaside filly out of a 4-star Shark mare, just coming off a dead heat win at Hilliard, was sold at the Ohio Selected Sale for $92,000 as a yearling.
Number 3 is Me So Fine. Kevin Wolf will pick up the drive for the Hank Levan trainee. Me So Fast, owned by Winchester Bay Acres and bred by Dan Tell's Big Bad DT Racing Stable of Florida. Comes in off of a second place finish at Hilliard, timed in 2:01.1 with Hank in the bike that evening.
Me So Fine loves to be second. Got 5 seconds on the year. Fearful Ginger and Emma Wahlberg from the 4-hole for David Warnstaff, who trains and owns this Fear the Dragon filly. It's out of a Shady Shack Hanover mare, Ginger Shark. This horse has 3 starts on the year, 3 thirds. Finished third at Ottawa, Marion, and Hilliard. Fastest time paced was 2 minutes and 2/5.
Number 5 is Deborah L. Hank Levan chose this one as he trains for Levan Stables Hurley Racing, Richard Fries, and Megan Levan. Because Hank is the co-owner, he also has to drive, so that's why he had to make that decision. Comes in off a win at Wellston, and 2:03.1 with Hank in the bike. Started 5th, got the lead at the top of the stretch and pulled away. 2.5 length victory in 2:03.1.
And I apologize for the video feed. There is really nothing we can do about it. Stephen has tried doing a few different things, but there's just nothing. So we apologize. I think the band is leaving. I see them breaking down.
Until next year.
Yes.
5 Philly Pacers. Headed toward the Mike Wolkenberg starting gate. Mount Camus comes in with 3 straight wins. Deborah L. comes in with a win off Wellston. And Prolific Shark comes in off a dead heat win at Hilliard, 2-0-1-2. 3 put on their winning streak on the line today at Bucyrus. Field of 5 will send it over to Ayers Ratliff.
Philly Pacers, top of the stretch, and here they come. Yeah. They're off and pacing. Mount Camus uses that rail to her advantage to go out there and get the lead. They're in second. Prolific Shark on the outside. Me So Fine. Then it's Fearful Ginger. And Deborah L. is 5th of the 5. As they move into the backstretch, they're in numerical order. And out there with the lead, Mount Camus. Mount Camus leads the way by almost 2. Prolific Shark is there in second. Me So Fine in third. It's a Fearful Ginger 4th, and Deborah L. still 5th of the 5 as they move up into the turn. After a quarter in 29 1/5, Mount Camus leads the way by a length and a half in their second. Prolific Shark. It's a Me So Fine in third. Full Ginger pacing 4th, and the trailer, Deborah L. They're still in single file numerical order as they come down here to the half. Mount Camus is the one calling the shots right there in second. Prolific Shark. On into the turn they go. Me So Fine is there in third. Halfway home in 58 1. Fearful Ginger pacing 4th, and now Deborah L. She's moving out of the trailing spot. She's now 4th and on the move as they move into the backstretch. That leader is Mount Camus. Prolific Shark is there in second. Me So Fine in third. On the inside then is Fearful Ginger with Deborah L. They move by 3/4. Mount Camus trying for 4 in a row. Prolific Shark is there in second. 126 3. Moving around the turn to the top of the stretch. And with the lead, it's Mount Camus. There in second is Prolific Shark. Trying to hold third. Me So Fine. Through the stretch they come. Mount Camus. She was a winner at Marion, Bell Fountain, Oak Harbor, right back in Bucyrus. Finishing second, Prolific Shark. Me So Fine is third.
Neutrals, 1, 2, 3.
156 3/5.
156 3 for your winner, Mount Camus. An easy one to chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those were your quarter time or your quarters. 29 1, 58 1, 126 3, 156 3. Deborah L. Hank Levan was in last, tipped out going in the first turn for the second time and didn't seem to be making up any ground, and that's because they went in 28 2, the third panel, and as they went down the backstretch, it was definite that Emmanuel Miller had stepped on the gas with Mount Camus.
4 wins in a row. That's a pretty nice streak to be on.
Herman Hagerman and Manny Miller both pick up their third winning drive, not of today, but of the 2-day meet here at Bucyrus. Unofficial 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
believe that's Morgan Hagerman down in the winner's circle. Last night she was watching from someplace else. Racing some other horses.
Washington Courthouse.
Mount Camas. 3-year-old Bay Filly by Catch the Fire. Adavan Agenda by American Ideal, owned by Hagerman Racing. Melinda Hirschberger. Herman Hagerman trains. Emmanuel Miller, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 1:56.3. This one sponsored by Big D's Tech and Vet Supply. Mount Camas, the winner. Prolific Shark second. Me So Fine was third. Fearful Ginger fourth. Deborah L fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the bottom. 29-1, 58-1, 126-3, 156-3. And in 11 tries, 4 in a row for Mount Camas.
4 straight in the Buckeye State for your winner, Mount Camas. We turn the page to race 8, the 3-year-old filly trot, per $7,287, field of 5. We'll talk about those 5 when we come back after these messages.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
Hey kids, we invite you to join the Backstretch Buddies Club, a fun and free club for kids 12 and under who love horses and wants to be a part of harness racing in Ohio. Once you've signed up, you will be able to join Willie Winnett and exciting adventures and receive awesome surprises. Sign up today using the QR code.
Once a year, the greatest converge. 12 championship races, over $7 million on the line. History will be made. Legends will rise. In October 2026, Scioto Downs becomes the venue where speed meets destiny. The Breeders' Crown, harness racing's ultimate showdown. It all comes down to the Breeders' Crown.
Welcome back. Jay Wolf, Susan Schroeder, and Stephen Taylor bringing you the action from Bucyrus, Ohio.
And Stephen Taylor has figured out he's recording races 7 through 12, so they will be uploaded buffer-free tomorrow morning. So thanks for doing that.
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, it's tough when we have these problems, and I know everybody wants to see them, but at least you'll get a chance to see them tomorrow morning, clear as can be. Just talking about the Breeders' Crown, what an exciting time that is going to be. Lots of stuff going to go on that night. I understand that the clubhouse is sold out, and possibly the area under the clubhouse, which they are going to enclose, that is either almost or is sold out for Saturday, the big Saturday night.
If you use
I don't
Susan
think for
Schroeder as a name, does that get you anywhere? Does it
don't-
get you moved up the list at all?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Probably get you in to see the Millionaires Row, but you know, we talk about how it's the best horses, the best drivers, but they're also going to do something that I just think is really cool, that they're bringing in some old horses that have retired, that I know Foiled Again is coming. I'm blanking out on the other words, but the 4 or 5 horses that they are bringing in to just be there for the fans have earned over $20 million. So they're going to bring some pretty cool horses in there. They're going to put them in stalls in back of the grandstand. And that's also where the food truck's going to be. So you can come over there and get a bite to eat and pet Foiled Again, which to me is super cool.
Super cool.
There are also going to be foiled again stuffies.
What is a stuffy?
Stuffy, a little stuffed foiled again. A toy, you know.
Okay, you're not going to have a tin foil foiled again?
No, not even tin. But we are.
There is a briar. Is there a briar?
There is a briar
Okay.
foiled again, yeah. But the stuffy is going to even have a notch in his ear, just like he has, and it'll say foiled again on one of the bottom of his hooves, and I think it's going to be kind of cool.
Now, is that a Scioto Downs thing or is that an OHHA thing?
It's kind of a combination of lots of things. It's a little bit Breeder's Crown. It's a little bit OHHA, which I just told Frank about yesterday.
And he didn't. You're still here today, so he obviously liked the idea.
Yeah. So just kind of fun. USCA is taking the lead on that, though. It's just fun stuff. So it'll be great nights to come. Either all 4 nights are going to be wonderful. The weekend before, and then of course the finals.
They had Grand Circuit racing last weekend at Scioto Downs. Grade 3 events: Nadia Lobel, Moneymaker. What am I missing?
Send it in.
Send it in. Yep, that was invitational, right?
Yes, send it in.
Missing the third one, fourth.
Nadia Lobel, Moneymaker.
We got the easy ones.
Man.
Cleopatra.
Yes. Cleopatra.
Yes. See, just takes us a while, but we'll get to the finish line eventually.
But lots of fun going on. I think the whole state of Ohio is excited about it. But we were
When
talking.
was the last time the Breeders' Crown was in the state of Ohio? Trivia.
You know that.
I
Probably.
think I do.
86.
Later than that.
Later?
Yep. I know. Oh, wait a minute. I do know. Because actually, the Delaware County Fair hosted 2 Breeders' Crown races in 1995, which would have been which would have been the 50th edition of the Little Brown Jug. We had CRK Susie.
Oh.
And it was a pan horse. Jeez. Someone help me out. Jimmy Byers, come on, pull out your computer. It was a pan horse, but it wasn't owned by the Peter Pan Stables, if I remember right. But it was the aged trot, an aged mare trot.
Really, at Delaware?
At Delaware. It was on a Wednesday because we had an entire trot card on Wednesday, except for the jugette, because of the World Trotting Conference was in Ohio. The World Trotting Conference. And we had the driver's series. So Dave McGee represented the United States and won.
Wow.
Someone's got to help me out with started with a P, though. Saved by the Bugle.
Here are the horses on the track for the 8th race, sponsored by Munz Pernstall. 3-year-old filly trot, purse $7,287. Bryce Brocklehurst on 2. 1 Rose Run Bridget, Emmanuel Miller. 2 Fast Dreams, make the driver Bryce Brocklehurst. 3 Tango L, Hank Levan. 4 Town Gal, Ed Greeno Jr. 5 Princess Carolyn, Braden Rhodes in the sulky.
Okay, so we'll take a closer look at the horses in this 8th race. Rose Run Bridget, Manuel Miller drives for Herman Hagerman. Anthony Miller and Hagerman Racing, the owners. A What the Hill filly out of an Explosive Matter mare. Just finished racing in the Buckeye Stallion Series at Scioto Downs. Start before that, 1 at Bell Fountain in 2, 4, and 4. She also won earlier this year at Paulding, our first fair of the year, in 2, 2, and 2.
Number 2 is Fast Dreams. Bryce Brocklehurst will pick up the drive for co-owner trainer Miles Willem. Co-owns with Julie Ann Sweet and Chris Arnold of Akron and Strongsville. This is a full count filly out of my MVP mare, Gal of the North. This was a $25,000 purchase. Has some braking issues last 4 starts. Stayed flat in the Buckeye Stallion Series on May 3rd at Northfield Park. Finished second, beaten just 3 lengths in 57 and 4.
Tango L and Hank Levan from the 3-hole. Hank also trains for Levan Stables. R. Levan, M. Levan, and R. Werner. This is a Ready for Money filly out of a Trixton mare, coming off of a 16.5 length win at Wellston, and also 3 starts back, 1 at Marion and Ottawa. This horse was just a $5,500 purchase at the Buckeye Classic sale as a yearling, has already banked $44,000.
Number 4 is Town Gal. Ed Greeno Jr. owns, trains, and drives this creatine filly out of the Angus Hall mare. Filly, City Hall. Just making second start of the season, was 2 of 15 as a 2-year-old. Only start this year was at Ottawa, made a break, finished 6th, distanced.
Princess Caroline and Braden Rhodes for trainer Rosie Weaver. Rosie also co-owns this horse with Heartland Acres. It's a creatine filly out of a credit winner mare. A winner at Scioto Downs in a division of the Buckeye Stallion Series in 155 flat. And then she had a little bit of bad luck in the Buckeye Stallion Series, but then had a 4th place finish last start, trotted in 55 and 2.
Panifesto.
Oh, would have never remembered that.
Lucolette.
Panifesto. Oh my gosh.
Beat SJ's Photo.
Oh,
Remember SJ's
yes, I do
Photo?
that.
So-
I do remember that.
But we had the open trot and the open mare trot at the Delaware County Fair.
Wow.
That was 95. And then before
Okay.
that, it was 92. Western Hanover lost at Northfield Park in the 3-year-old colt pace to a course by Kingsbridge. So he lost the jug by a nose to fake left and then lost the Breeders' Crown to Kingsbridge. So he didn't like Ohio.
I guess not. It used to be that they split those all up.
Yep.
Now everything's at
everything's
one
one
track,
night, yeah.
one place. Yeah.
Off and trotting Fast Dreams, Rose Run Bridget, they're both off stride. The other 3 are out cleanly thus far, and it's Princess Carolyn. And Princess Carolyn is hot to trot on the lead. Tango L is there in second, Town Gal third. Over there 4th, Rose Run Bridget. Fast Dreams trails, and now off stride Town Gal. So they continue on to the opening quarter, and it's Princess Carolyn out there and with the lead. In their second, Tango L. Rose Run Bridget is there in third. Over their 4th, Town Gal, the trailer Fast Dreams. On into the turn they go. Princess Carolyn leads the way. In their second is Tango L. The opening quarter in a very soft 31 seconds as they straighten away and move down here to the half. Over their third, Rose Run Bridget. Town Gal is there in 4th, and off stride again. That trailer was Fast Dreams. As they come down here to the halfway mile mark of the race, and the leader is still Princess Carolyn. Tango L is there in second, and their third is Rose Run Bridget, 101 and 3. Then it's Town Gal and Fast Dreams. If you bet on her, that was a fast nightmare as they move into the backstretch on their way to 3/4. And out there with the lead, Princess Carolyn. In their second, Tango L. Rose Run Bridget still in third. Town Gal 4th. And Fast Dreams. They move into their final turn. Princess Carolyn. Here comes Tango L on the outside. 131 and 2. Rose Run Bridget trying to pick them both off from third. Coming to the top of the lane. Down the stretch they come with the lead. With them on top, Princess Carolyn, Tango L, Rose Run Bridget third, Princess Carolyn and Tango L, Princess Carolyn and Tango L, Princess Carolyn may have held on. Photo for win. Two minutes, 1/5.
2 minutes, 1/5 for your winner, Princess Carolyn, who held off the late rally of Tango L. So unofficial 5-3-1. Braden Rhodes picks up his second win of the day, second of the 2-day meet. Rosie Weaver picks up her 4th to move into a second place in the training standings here at Bucyrus. Crowd is very appreciative of that effort,
Very
too.
much,
Let's
yes.
bottle the excitement here and let's move it down the road.
I know.
Next fair.
They really are having a good time. I mean, they're pumping their fists. They're jumping up and down. This has been some exciting races for them to watch. It's always fun.
The only bad thing is you have to wait the 364 more days till the next time, right?
Yep.
the amount of effort it takes to. I mean, there's people who train here year round, so.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the fairs that don't have people stabled there year round, it's a lot of work for 1 and 2 days.
Yes.
So, hats off to all the volunteers who make County Fair racing what it is.
We talked about the Dharma Falls having so many horses in and how they help. Frank did an interview with Joe last night, and they said, why do you do this for all the fairs? And he said the fairs to him are just such an important part of the history and ongoing, and he just wants to do, him and Fran do everything they can to help that.
Why do they help? Because they can and they want to.
Yes.
And that's the.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed in our fair this year. Last year, the giant pile of stone dust there by the grandstand, we had 8 kids climbing it and sliding down last year on their bellies and on their butts. But it's not roped off or anything.
No.
What happened? What's wrong with the kids here
I
in
don't
Crawford
know.
County? They haven't realized there's a. What would your grandchildren be doing right now, huh?
The little one would be in it like crazy. Yeah.
Philly by Creatine. From Social Success by Credit Winner owned by Heartland Acres and Rosie Weaver. Rosie Weaver trains Braden Rhodes, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2 minutes, 1/5. Back to the Ron Store commercial sound. Winner circle, the Munns Pernstall Trot.
Now we're the wheel. That was the last of the state races.
Rose Run Bridget was 3rd, Fast Dreams 5th, Tango L 2nd, Town Gal 4th, Princess Carolyn the winner. 3-5-2, 4, 1 on the bottom, 31, 101 and 3, 131 and 4, 2 minutes, 1/5.
We are not letting grass grow under our feet tonight. They're
Nope.
moving them out, so we're going to turn the page to race 9, which is, speaking of the Dharma Force, the Spring Haven Farm Ladies Driving Series presented by Joe and Fran. Purse $3,000, field of 4. We have one change. Jasmine Short will drive the 3 Yacht Week. We'll talk about all 4 of the combatants after these messages.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Do you love horses and the outdoors? There are hundreds of immediate openings across Ohio for caretakers and grooms. Work with these beautiful animals every day. Health insurance, vision care, prescription benefits, and a retirement plan are available to those that qualify. Help care for these beautiful animals. Immediate openings across Ohio. For more information, visit OhioHorseJobs.com. That's OhioHorseJobs.com.
Welcome back to the dream.
We want to hear more about.
Oh, it was well, I don't know if I should talk. We drove up and they're like, "Come on in." I was like,
Really?
"No metal detector, no bomb sniffing dogs." We walked in and we were escorted to a study, and he came in and sat and talked to us, and he was very gracious with his time, and people may not realize that the governor was influential in helping us get the Little Brown Jug purse right after COVID to $1 million. He was able to divert some tourism money from the state of Ohio, so we were grateful for that. Also, Delaware County Fairgrounds benefits from a bed tax. So anytime someone uses one of the Delaware County hotels, a portion of the tax generated by that stay gets sent back to the Delaware County Fair for capital improvements. So probably have noticed the big agricultural center up front. We've renovated a lot of the horse barns, if not all of them by now. He was very beneficial in helping us get legislation through. it's not as easy as people think. So we're very grateful for the support that he is giving us. So it's great that we get a chance to honor him during Jug Week. And his chief of staff has had jug tickets since the 80s.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
had box seats since the 80s.
Oh, wow.
So the governor, when we went in and he asked, he says, well, what is expected of me during Jug Week? And we said, well, Tuesday night there'll be a private reception in which he'll be given the opportunity to give us, some comments. And then Thursday in the winner's circle at the Jug, we'd like you to come back and present the trophy. And he looked at his chief of staff, and Michael says, sir, I've already got him on your calendar. So he had already went ahead and assumed that he was going to accept. So we're grateful for Michael for his assistance with that. But a lot of great support from politicians here in the state. Jim Beakey, I think we'd be I told the governor, I said, now you would be following in the steps of James Rhodes and Jim Beakey, and he was somewhat touched, and he says those are two great gentlemen to follow in the footsteps of. So, so we're grateful to have him as our Wall of Fame honoree this year. So
that's really great.
Yep. So.
And speaking of all the improvements that you've done on the fairgrounds, when we went up for the qualifiers a month or so ago, there were no seats.
We like tearing things up.
We do.
Yeah, they removed all the plastic seats from the box seats. We're going to go back to folding chairs. It just gives you, those seats came from an amphitheater, an ill-fated music amphitheater in Columbus. And while at the time we thought it was a great idea, it's just very constraining. And this way you can move seats around. If you only have 7 using them on one day, you can move the seats any way you want. You can face each other. You can put them in a circle. You can move them any way you want. So we're going back to the lawn chairs there. We also removed some VIP boxes out front. What we're trying to get is more flow. If you're familiar with the grandstand, there is one way out from underneath the grandstand to the winner's circle, and that is through a 5-foot wide tunnel. So that we have removed everything to the west of that. So now people will be able to come in and out from underneath the grandstand. We did have to remove some VIP boxes, but we're able to move all those. The VIP boxes are used mostly for sponsors, so we were able to relocate those. So so we're going to get more flow underneath the grandstand. So more improvements. Yeah.
More improvements, yeah.
Race Springhaven Farm, a lady driving series presented by Joe and Fran Darmafall won. Yes, I did, Mandy Jones. 2 Western BB, Lauren Harmon drives. 3 Yacht Week driver change, Jasmine Short. And the 4 Ollie's Rockin', Bobby Joe Brewer in the sulky.
That is the field for the Springhaven Farm Lady Driving Series. Number 1 is Mandy Jones driven. Yes, I did. Brian Jones trains. Mandy is the owner. This is a Shady Shark Hanover, 6-year-old gelded son of Shady Shark Hanover. Winless in 8 seasonal starts, has 7 career wins, the fastest in 53-2, has a 4-year-old at Dayton Raceway.
Western BB and Lauren Harmon from the 2-hole for trainer Dale Edwards. David Pimstill from right here in Bucyrus, the owner. This is a 6-year-old gelding by Western Vintage. He's had 94 lifetime starts, 11 wins, 92,000 in earnings. A-Mark is a 3-year-old of 54-2, taken at Northfield Park. Was a winner 2 starts back at Northfield Park in 155.
Number 3 is Yacht Week. Make the driver Jasmine Short. Herman Hagerman trains, co-owns this 10-year-old gelded son of some beach somewhere. Co-owns with Terrence Smith of Lancaster, Texas. Has 272 career starts with 37 wins, the fastest being 150-3 as a 5-year-old at Miami Valley Raceway.
And rounding out the field, Ollie's Rockin' and Bobby Joe Brewer for trainer-owner Kenneth Hurst. This is an 8-year-old by Rockin' Image. He's had 168 lifetime starts, 9 wins, 111,000 in earnings. A mark as a 6-year-old of 152-4. And although he hasn't hit the board yet this year, boy, he's been pacing some big miles at Scioto, 55-1, 54, 54-3. So some big miles for Ollie's Rockin'.
Ollie's Rockin' won't know what to do. There seems like there's always someone behind him that's different.
Yeah.
Bobby Joe Brewer tonight, Ken Holliday, Sam Widger, Jeremy Smith, Ronnie Gillespie. So the last 5 drivers. So Ollie's Rockin'. Now, what else will be rocking is this grandstand if Ayers Ratliff gets them stirred up again like he
Yes.
did the previous few races. So this has been a great addition to the County Fair Racing, the ladies driving series.
I think they're making another turn because of the line at the windows, probably. They say this is one of the best bet races of any fair that they have the ladies driving at. They bet them big.
It's a nice purse, too. Normally, they
Yes.
don't race for a nice purse of $3,000 here for the five ladies, or four ladies. Lauren Harmon came down from Northfield Park for just this one drive. Mandy Jones also. Jasmine Short, it's hard to see her colors with an A on the sleeve when she's a short now instead of an
Yes,
Arnold.
yes.
So- Field of four behind a Mike Wokenberg starting gate. Making his way around the final turn. We'll soon open the gate's wings and we'll send these four on their way for the Springhaven Farms Ladies Driving Series.
Fran Dharma Fall. Purse $3,000. Lady drivers here for the 9th race, top of the stretch, and here they come. Here, off and pacing and Western BB and Lauren Harmon. They want the lead on the outside. Yacht Week and Jasmine Short, they want it too. The race looks to be on early as they move on into the backstretch. Yacht Week and Jasmine Short want it more. Western BB and Lauren Harmon is there in second. Then Yes I Did and Mandy Jones in third. And Bobby Joe Brewer and Ollie's Rockin' is fourth of the four. They go to the opening quarter. Yacht Week has the lead, leads them out there by a length and a quarter. Western BB is there in second, 28-4. Over there in third is Yes I Did. Ollie's Rockin' is still fourth. They round the turn, they straighten away and come on to the halfway mile mark of the race. Yacht Week is leading. Western BB there in second. Over there third, Yes I Did. Ollie's Rockin' is moving up on the outside from the trailing spot. They roll here by the half. And Jasmine Short and Yacht Week on the lead. In their second is a Western BB, 59-2 the halftime. As they move around the turn to the backstretch, Ollie's Rockin' is on the outside now in third. And in their fourth, Yes I Did. They're into the backstretch. They're on their way to three quarters. Yacht Week trying to seal the deal. They're in second, Western BB. Then it's Yes I Did. Ollie's Rockin' is there in fourth as they go by three quarters. And it's Yacht Week, who won last time at Oak Harbor, going to try to roll again there. In second is Western BB, moving around the turn to the top of the stretch. Yacht Week trying to see it through after a 1:29-1. Western BB looks alive to the outside. Jasmine Short on the inside. Lauren Harmon on the outside. Yacht Week and Western BB. These two come into the wire. Photo for win. Maybe Western BB, but it's very tight on the line. Time of the mile, 1:58.
158 for your unofficial winner, the two Western BB, Lauren Harmon. We talked earlier about the short stretch. That didn't seem to bother her. She tipped off as late as you could with about an eighth of a mile to go and looked to get up in the final strides over Yacht Week and Jasmine Short. First half 59-2, second half 59-3.
2-3-1 in the ninth.
Kim. Another exciting race for the crowd. They going wild.
The ladies never seem to disappoint, do they?
No.
Dale Edwards trains here at Bucyrus, winning over David Pimstill of Bucyrus. So a hometown win. Celebrate with some bratwurst tonight.
Yes.
As a Wisconsin native, you're not too upset with that, are you?
No, bratwurst would be great.
Now, do you put anything on bratwurst?
I do not.
Yeah, you eat them regular.
Yeah.
Now, have you had the bratwurst patties?
Yes.
I had those in the store. Those are not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
Your commercial sound winner circle. To greet the winner, the 2 Western BB. Now, is David Pernstall the owner of Munts?
That golf cart was full.
And there's many coming running down the into the far turn here. That's why Lauren, I think, was taking her time getting back to the winner's circle. A, you want to savor it. Second of all, you have a lot of people coming.
A pocket rocket up the stretch, popping here, and a winning race number 9. It's the 2 Western BB. Western BB is a 6-year-old big-headed son of Western Vintage. At a Mary Celeste by your nemesis. I'm a David Pernstall of Bucyrus, Ohio. Dale Edwards trains. Lauren Harmon, the winning driver. Time of the mile 1:58. This one is presented by Joe and Fran Darmafall. The Darmafalls do so much for horse racing and are so supportive of the Springhaven Farm Lady Driving Series. Also a big shout out to David Pernstall, the owner of Western BB, and a big congratulations to you. You are the sponsor of the Munts Pernstall Starting Gate. Have a sponsor door prizes tonight in the second chance lucky loser drawings, and a race sponsor as well. You definitely deserve to have your hometown horse come home a winner. Yes, I Did was 3rd. Western BB the winner. Yacht Week 2nd. Ollie's Rockin' 4th. 3, 1, 2, 4 on the bottom. 28 and 4. 59 and 2, 129 and 1, the mile time 1:58.
Lauren Harmon was the 2024 Harness Racing Hall of Fame amateur driver champion a few years ago, so obviously knows how to get home a winner.
Didn't she go to Ireland?
I believe she did,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So that'll be coming up soon. We'll hear a lot more on Roger's social media about that. But
I have to show the people.
No, I know you don't have to.
Yeah. This is so cool. This is something that Jay puts together. I'm just going to show you the one page there. So every time that a driver comes up, and Jay wants to add a little bit more to the program, he just comes to his binder and finds out something about the different drivers. I'll give you let's see who else we got in here. Aaron Merriman.
He needs more pages than one.
He needs more pages, yeah. But this is what Jay does in his spare time.
Yeah, my spare time in the winter when I have nothing going on. But no, it started out, I just started taking notes, and then I said, well, might as well type up the notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure they get tired of hearing the same old stories I talk about, so if we can add some education in here, it's helpful. So we start with the ladies. Now we go to the youth. We turn the page to race number 10, the Terry Holton Youth Driving Series, the Playboy Hanover. And I was actually perusing Harness Racing History's Facebook page, and they had a program from the 70s, and wouldn't you know, guess who was in it? Playboy Hanover.
Really?
So I took a screenshot, so we at least have his breeding and his owner from way back when. So we'll talk a little bit about Playboy Hanover. A field of 4 going postward. No changes, which is a rarity in this card.
It certainly
We'll
is.
talk about all 4 of these young drivers when we come back after these messages.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6666.
For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
Welcome back to the Crawford County Fair here in beautiful Bucyrus, Ohio. It is just it's just such a wonderful night here. A nice breeze blowing through the grandstand, and people are putting on their sweatshirts. I put mine on a while ago because it is a little bit brisk, but just a great night to sit and watch. And we're having a wonderful crowd. I just took a little video of the crowd as that last race was coming across, and the crowd's just really into these races. They've been yelling and pumping their fists and jumping up and down, so everybody's having a great time tonight. Believe that this fair goes on through the weekend. It is one of the longer fairs that we have. I think it's 10 or 11 days long. So lots of activities. They're going to have lots of stuff in the infield. They've got a huge pulling area, and I'm sure that I think they have the demo derbies usually on the last night. Coming up next is going to be the Terry Holton Youth Driving Series. We just had the ladies, and now we're going to have the youth, and we've got Ranger Steck, who is just 20 years old, David Justice, 22, Harvey Hirschberger, 23, and Coda Noble is 26. So Coda is the oldest one in the field. David Justice, you may have a hard time recognizing him as he just got his hair cut. David always had some long blonde locks sticking out of the back of his helmet, and he has got those all cut off. So you can still, he's got the white with red colors on, but you won't be able to recognize him by his hair anymore since he got that cut. So we've got 4 in this race. This is another great addition to the racing here, the Terry Holton Youth Series. I think it's, what has it been, like 4 or 5 years? But it used to be a youth driving series many, many years ago. We've got some of the drivers that are still driving today that were in that.
Ron Steck participated. Yep. Brian Brown as a driver, not a trainer. You just assumed he was always a trainer, but no, he actually was a driver.
I think I saw Sandy Beatty picture in there, and Ryan Holton. Him every once in a while we'll see Ryan Holton, son of Terry Holton, is a great collector of stuff, and he usually has a picture, brings in pictures into the office to show us.
So Playboy Hanover was a dancer Hanover out of the Purdy Dottie mare out of Sampson, Hanover, owned by Cecil Hess of Centerburg, Ohio. Terry Holton was the trainer driver. Liberty Bell, there's a track we don't talk much about. Hollywood Park in California.
Wow. So you found a program, you said?
Yeah, it was on Harness Race. It was somewhere, and they had the program page, and Playboy Hanover said, "Wait a minute, we got a race for Playboy Hanover."
We know that horse.
Well, yeah. So.
Isn't that to me is a fascinating site, the harness racing history, the things that pop up every once in a while. It's just really cool. Any of you who are on Facebook, you should go check that out if you can, because it's really neat. I've put up a few things. I have in my basement is a lot of Wisconsin harness racing history stuff that someday I'm going to sort through it.
10th, the Youth Driving Series in honor of Terry Holton.
Here they are for the upcoming 10th race. Win place, exacta trifecta wagering purse $1,500. It is the Playboy Hanover Terry Holton Youth Driving Series, presented by Smith Farm. One Somewhere Vintage. 20-year-old Ranger Steck in the bike. 2, Brady to Gronk. 23-year-old Harvey Hirschberger's up. 3, Miss M.A.K., 26-year-old Coda Noble. And 4, Mr. Deja Vu, 22-year-old David Justice.
I was telling everybody you can't tell David Justice because he used to have those blonde locks flowing from under his helmet, and they all cut off.
Don't know much about Coda Noble, but I'll tell you what, he's got a nice set of colors. He's got black and orange. With a nice white bike with orange trim. It
looks pretty sharp.
Looks very sharp. So, number 1 is Somewhere Vintage. Ranger Steck will drive for his father, who owns this Western Vintage 6-year-old son. 1 win in 19 starts. That win was in 56 in 2 at Northfield Park.
Brady to Gronk, Harvey Hirschberger up for trainer Edward Miller, owner Ashley Miller. This is an 8-year-old Western Maverick. He's had 165 lifetime starts, got 122,000 plus in earnings, and a mark as a 4-year-old of 154 and 3 at Northfield Park.
Number 3 is Miss M.A.K. Coda Noble drive for Jamie Noble, who Saginaw, Michigan. This is an 8-year-old mare out by He's Watching. 2 wins in 16 starts, 9 wins in 123 career starts.
David Justice drives Mr. Deja Vu. He's a 8-year-old gelding by If I Can Dream. Trainer Roy Justice, and Roy also owns. This horse has had 148 lifetime starts with 8 wins, 15 seconds, and 19 thirds. Just a smidge over $100,000. A 5-year-old mark of 154 and 1 taken at Miami Valley. Nice field of horses, kind of a little bit more maybe evenly matched. If you look at how they've been pacing their last miles, they're all in the 54, 55, 56 range.
You notice I made you say Brady to Gronk as a Packers fan. Field of 4 for the Playboy Hanover Terry Holton Youth Driving Series presented by Smith Farms. Field of 4 behind the Mike Wokenberg starting gate. Getting ready to send them on their way. Purse $1,500.
And here they come.
2 horses running.
Brady to Gronk on a break. They're off into pacing, and it's Somewhere Vintage on the inside. Miss M.A.K. is up on the outside as they move around the first turn. Over there in early third, Mr. Deja Vu and Brady to Gronk is the trailer as they move on into the backstretch, and Ranger Stack has Somewhere Vintage out there and on the lead. In there to be second, Coda Noble, Miss M.A.K. David Justice and Mr. Deja Vu is third, and back fourth, Harvey Hirschberger and Brady to Gronk. They travel by the opening fraction here, and Somewhere Vintage leads the way in their second, Miss M.A.K. 30 and 4/5. Mr. Deja Vu and Brady to Gronk. Around the turn, they'll straighten away and move down here to the half, and Ranger Stack has Somewhere Vintage out there and on top. Right there in second, Miss M.A.K. Then it's Mr. Deja Vu and Brady to Gronk. Pacing here by the half, and Somewhere Vintage is the leader. Miss M.A.K. is there in second. Mr. Deja Vu is third. Halfway home, 101 and 1. That trailer is Brady to Gronk. Around the turn, they'll head into the backstretch. Somewhere Vintage. Miss M.A.K. is still there, tracking the leader in second. Pacing in third, Mr. Deja Vu with Brady to Gronk. To 3/4 they go. Somewhere Vintage leads them by 2. In their second is still Miss M.A.K. Then it's Mr. Deja Vu and Brady to Gronk. moving by 3/4, 131. In and around the final turn, Somewhere Vintage and Ranger Stack out there by 2.5. Miss MAK is trying to hold second. Mr. Deja Vu to the outside third. Through the stretch they come in the Playboy Hanover Terry Holton Youth Driving Series. Somewhere Vintage from start to finish. Finishing second, Miss MAK. Third, Mr. Deja Vu.
Was he just rocking in the bike?
Time of the mile, 1:59, 4/5.
Sub 2-minute mile
Wow.
for Somewhere Vintage Ranger Stick. Although he's only 20, he looks like he's been doing it a long time with that effort. Dad trainer Ron Steck, who owns this Western Vintage gelded son, been racing at Souda Downs with Trevor Smith and Chris Page in the bike. Picks up a win here at Bucyrus with Ranger Stick.
Was second in the Holton Series at Circleville with Ranger.
Express bringing them back here to the Ron Store Commercial Sound Winner's Circle. Meeting the winner of the 10th race, the Playboy Hanover Terry Holton Youth Driving Series, presented by Smith Farm, Ranger Stack, and Somewhere Vintage.
Really an uncharacteristic break for Brady to Gronk. I mean, he's had 165 lifetime starts. He didn't get all those by running, so it's really surprising. Made that break behind the gate.
Race 10, the one Somewhere Vintage. 6-year-old bay-gutted son of Western Vintage at a Somewhere Sweet by Some Beach Somewhere. Owned by Ron Steck, who also trains Ranger Steck, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 1:59 and 4. Winner of the Playboy Hanover Terry Holton Youth Driving Series, presented by Smith Farm.
Pretty good over here in front of me.
The race winner, Brady DeGronk fourth, Miss MAK second, Mr. Deja Vu was third. 1, 4, 2, 3 on the bottom, 30 and 4/5, 101 and 1, 131, 159 and 4.
Just left. My wife just left to get me.
That Ranger Steck winning that race, that kid has got a career in broadcasting if he doesn't want to drive horses anymore. Ashley Daly did a little interview with him. I can't remember exactly when it was, but he handled himself really well behind the microphone, just as well as he does behind a horse.
We turn the page to race 11. Purse of $10,000 for the Lawrence Burwell Memorial Signature and Graduate Series Trot. Field of 6. We'll talk about all 6 after these messages.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out, Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Do you love horses and the outdoors? There are hundreds of immediate openings across Ohio for caretakers and grooms. Work with these beautiful animals every day. Health insurance, vision care, prescription benefits, and a retirement plan are available to those that qualify. Help care for these beautiful animals. Immediate openings across Ohio. For more information, visit OhioHorseJobs.com. That's OhioHorseJobs.com.
Welcome back. Crawford County Fair, Bucyrus, Ohio. Jay Wolf, Susan Schroeder, Stephen Taylor. Help bringing you the action. It's not cold, is it?
No, I'm not cold. Are you cold?
No. I told you I'm never going to complain about being cold in July.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a beautiful night here. This is a nice purse for a signature series, signature and graduate series. So it's you can get points in both. Graduate series, I believe, is held at Northfield. Signature series final is held at Delaware. So I want to know, we were talking about Delaware, and they took out all those seats. Did people come and get seats?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think anyone liked them.
I was pushing for it at the qualifiers.
Oh.
I thought, man, it's a whole dumpster full of cool seats. Kind of disappointed.
I know what you're disappointed about, not being able to see Kajavian Carter tonight. Jakavian Carter.
That's right.
Kajavian Carter.
You've got...
Logan Ebersol is now driving.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Kajavian.
Kajavian, is that how did you figure that out?
I Googled it.
Did you?
Yeah.
We were just calling him JJ.
Well, that's what I
That
heard.
was a lot easier.
I figured if his mom's willing to spell out Kajavian, should learn how to pronounce it.
You're right.
So.
Who did you say is driving it?
Logan Ebersol.
Logan.
Logan normally drives up at Northfield Park, came down for tonight's events.
11th race, 3 Master Crown, Braden Rhodes on 3. That's the 11th race.
Braden on the 3.
Get more changes here, don't we?
Who's on the 2? Do you have one on the 2?
Keith Cash Jr.
Oh.
Braden Rhodes, Manny Miller, Clifton Bell, Logan Ebersol. So it's like a Northfield Park reunion.
Signature series is now in at 36 different fairs.
That's great.
Yeah. Pretty cool way to race these older horses that maybe they aren't quite as good at the pure mutual tracks as they were. Nice for them to get to come out to the fair. See the Ferris wheels. Have a funnel cake. Pretty sure there's a lot of these old guys that would like a funnel cake.
Harris said he wanted to do a proper post parade here.
Oh.
We need 2 more horses.
Clifton Bell coming onto the track. 1, 2, 3. This is a 6-horse field. We have our first 8-horse field in the finale tonight. Got the 12th race has 8 horses in. And that's another signature and graduate series with a purse of $10,000. So say the Crawford County Fair stepped up and got these purses to be.
And that's done through the OHHA.
Yep, have some feature race grants. I always should talk about the feature race grants and the capital improvement grants. If any of you are on a fair board or know somebody on a fair board, should have them contact the OHHA or go to our OHHA.com to the Racing Fair resources.
When are
and
those
find out.
decided on at the?
Those are usually decided in December.
Okay.
The fair, we move the due date up until October 31st. And then the fair committee meets in December, and then the fair committee presents what they want, what they decided to the full board, and the full board has to then say yes or no. Just both of those are great grant programs. The capital improvement grant is a matching funds grant, so the fair has to come up with half of it, but that can be in kind or it can be volunteer work. It can be a lot of different things. So. A lot of fairs have done a lot of great things.
They've asked for a staggered post parade. We'll see how this works out.
Yeah.
We'll have to give them a rating at the end.
For the 11th race, the Signature Series, very big deal here at the Crawford County Fair, a purse of $10,000. It is the Lawrence Burwell Memorial Signature and Graduate Series Trot. This one sponsored by the Edwards family. Here are the trotters. 17 lifetime wins, a mark of 153-3. Earnings of over $400,000. Hank Levan on the 1, Sandy's Commando L. 17 lifetime wins, a mark of 155-1. Earnings of over $140,000. Keith Cash Jr. down to drive the 2, Vroom and Vonnie. 26 lifetime wins, earnings of over $320,000. Driver change Braden Rhodes on the 3, Cast Your Crown. 24 lifetime wins, earnings of over $200,000. A mark of 155-1, Emmanuel Miller on the 4, KJ Todd. 12 lifetime wins, earnings of almost $160,000. A mark of 154-1, driver change Clifton Bell on the 5, Gabby's Rocky Top. And completing the field, 15 lifetime wins, earnings of almost $60,000. A mark of 154, driver change Logan Ebersol on the 6, Feisty Jim. That's the field for the 11th race. A very quality group of trotters here. Purse $10,000, sponsored by the Edwards Family Win Play Show, Exacta Quinella Trifecta Wagering.
We'll have to tip our cap to Ayers Ratliff for doing a nice job for us introducing him, so we really don't have much to do. Just to remind everyone that Sadie's Commando L, Hank Levan, will drive the 1. Number 2 is Vroom and Vonnie. Keith Cash Jr. will drive for trainer Carl Easterday. Number 3, Cast Your Crown. Braden Rose will pick up the drive for trainer Michael Durunce. Number 4, Emmanuel Miller will drive KJ Todd. Herman Hagerman trains and owns. Number 5, Gabby's Rocky Top. Clifton Bell will drive for co-owner trainer Chris Beaver, who co-owns this one with Johnny Beaver, Mineral Lick Farms, and Steve Z. Handler. And rounding out the field of 6 is the 6, Feisty Jim, Logan Ebersol, for owner trainer Joe Wilson.
KJ Todd coming off of a 3-win streak. He won the free-for-all at Carrollton, the Signature Series at Bell Fountain, and then now winners at 2,500 last 4 at Northfield Park.
Field of 6 going for $10,000, the Lawrence Burwell Memorial Signature and Graduate Series here at Bucyrus. Starter has called the trotters to the gate. We'll have to give them an A+ on the post parade too. They were
Absolutely.
they were actually spaced quite well in numeric order, which is always nice. So
that was kind of perfect.
So, yeah. You can tell it's a very even field when we don't have a favorite. Well, we have one favorite. We have one at 2-1 and the other 3 at 3-1. So very evenly spread here in race 11. Signature and Graduate Series here at Bucyrus. Field of 6 behind the Mike Wilkenberg starting gate. The gate swings have opened. He's under control. We'll send it over to Ayers Ratliff.
J. Todd, Gabby's Rocky Top. To the outside, Feisty Jim. Top of the stretch for the Lawrence Burwell Memorial Signature and Graduate Series Trot, a purse $10,000, and here they come. Feisty Jim on a break. Off and trotting, and Sandy's Commando L rolls up the inside. On the outside, Cast Your Crown. In there next is Vroom and Vonnie, who's coming on in between them. As they move into the backstretch, they're 3 wide, driving onto the opening quarter. Cast Your Crown is 3 deep. In between them, Vroom and Vonnie. Sandy's Commando L is there in third. Over there fourth, KJ Todd. Then it's Gabby's Rocky Top, and Feisty Jim lost his stride and cannot find it as they went by the opening quarter. And Vroom and Vonnie taking no prisoners here. 28 3/5 on the outside. Cast Your Crown. Sandy's Commando L is there in third. KJ Todd looks them over from fourth. They straighten away. They trot down here to the halfway mile mark of the race, where Vroom and Vonnie taking a lot of heat. Cast Your Crown is on the outside. Braden Rhodes wants to go. Keith Cast Jr., he said no. They went over here by the half. On the inside, Vroom and Vonnie protecting the rail. On the outside, Cast Your Crown, 58-1 the halftime. Moving up now, KJ Todd, and KJ Todd is rolling up on the outside. Moving into the backstretch, KJ Todd is catapulting to the lead. There in second is Cast Your Crown. Then it's Vroom and Vonnie. Sandy's Commando L is shaking free. Then it's Gabby's Rocky Top. They move by 3/4. KJ Todd leads the way. On the outside, Sandy's Commando L. Moving up is Gabby's Rocky Top. 3/4, 128-3. Moving around the turn to the top of the stretch, KJ Todd. That one turns first. Sandy's Commando L is into second. Up and on the outside is Gabby's Rocky Top. It is still KJ Todd. Sandy's Commando L is coming. KJ Todd finds the line a winner. Sandy's Commando L second. Tight for third. Time of the mile, 1:58, 4/5.
They were playing hard ball early in that one. Vroom and Vonnie and Cast Your Crown went at it hot and heavy for the first quarter mile. That did take a toll. KJ Todd sat off the pace and was able to rally around the tiring leaders to win. 158-4 for Herman Hagerman trainee Manny Miller picks up yet another win. Win number 3 on the night, 4th for the beat.
As you said, they really fought this race. They were 3 wide going in the first turn. They were 3 wide going up the backside. It was quite an exciting race. I'm not sure what happened with Feisty Jim, but he just could not settle down. It was a kind of a rough
like
trip.
To say he do run, he do run.
Yes. KJ Todd, that makes 4 in a row. 5 out of the last 6 starts.
That was the penultimate.
Oh, it was.
Jury winner circle express moves them back to the 11th race winner circle to congratulate the winner of the Lawrence Burwell Memorial Signature and Graduate Series Trot winner, sponsored by the Edwards family, the 4, KJ Todd. KJ Todd, a 6-year-old bay-goated son of Trixton. Out of Wark Woman by Ken Workington. All My Hagerman Racing, Herman Hagerman trains Emmanuel Miller, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 1:58-4.
To the 12th and final, the Walter Michael Memorial.
Sandy's Commando L was second, Vroom and Vonnie 5th, Cast Your Crown 3rd, KJ Todd the winner, Gabby's Rocky Top 4th, Feisty Jim 6th. 253-146 on the bottom, 28-3, 58-1, 128-3, 158-4.
Now, that brings us to the 12th and final. The Walter Michael Memorial Signature and Graduate Series purse of $10,000 for open pacers. We'll talk about all 8 after this last final commercial break.
Feel the thunder, experience the speed, witness the excitement of Ohio harness racing. Ohio is home to 4 pari-mutuel tracks with exciting action at Northfield Park, Scioto Downs, Miami Valley Gaming and Racing, and Dayton Raceway. Plus racing at 66 county and independent fairs statewide. From legendary events like the Little Brown Jug to the Dayton Racing Derby, Battle of Lake Erie, and Next Generation Stakes, Ohio is where champions race. The speed, the tradition, the excitement. Don't just watch it, be a part of it. Race Ohio. It's your best bet.
The finale. Getaway.
The getaway pace.
Getaway pace.
Walter Michael, the memorial here, for those who do not know, he was actually owner of Pickwick Farms, which is just a breeding facility just north of Bucyrus on Route 4. He also was one of the original owners of Northfield Park.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
So
I was just
Stephen and I were working on Hall of Fame stuff on harnessracingohio.com. We unveiled a lot of that fun material. So remind everyone that the Ohio Hall of Fame members are on harnessracingohio.com. It's a nice chance. And if you have pictures or stories that are okay to tell, we reserve the right to edit them, but to review them.
Beep them.
Yeah.
Beep them.
So.
Yeah, if anybody has anything like that, let us know. We'll take pictures of it. We don't want to keep your originals, but we'll take pictures. And just it's came a long way in a couple of years.
Brad Conrad said one of his first wagers, he might not have been legal at the time, but one of his big wagers that he originally won was on Pickwick Baron. So he'll always remember Pickwick Farms, because Pickwick Baron, who was a stallion there for a long time.
And now I think Pickwick Farms is a kind of a shop.
Well, it's
a
little bit of everything.
Yeah.
It's a You Pick flower shop. It's got a coffee shop in there. I guess there's a small restaurant, and there's a craft area. It's a wedding venue, so they've got all kind of stuff there. One of the buildings is called The Stalls.
Oh, it is. I didn't realize
that.
The Stalls.
So.
Well, that's cool. It was nice when it can stay. You know, it's kind of remember what it was in the past. It's just the amount of history is incredible. I'm trying to talk Frank Fraz into that we need a actual physical museum, Hall of Fame type thing. I haven't gotten very far yet. We just need a building.
He's got a house and a basement. We can charge admission to get in Frank's basement.
Yeah. Well, that I think is full of Buffalo Bills stuff.
Yeah, well, we can't help that. But baseball
cards,
yep.
yeah. Yep. Thousands and thousands of baseball cards.
5 on the track. We're waiting for 3.
This is going to be our biggest field of the meet. 8 horses.
This is a very wide track. We said it earlier. They used to be able to score 8 wide, but I think now they do, for safety reasons, just score 7 wide. But not many county fairs can say we score 7 wide.
Right. And as you have mentioned a couple times tonight, there's kind of short stretches, but big, wide, sweeping turns, which is kind of makes it nice.
Yeah. Not evident by the last few races, but there's been very few breakers.
Right.
Yeah. So we go from here to Rock Springs, the paperclip.
Yeah.
That's coming up, isn't it?
I'm not exactly sure when. That's an interesting place. That's for sure.
I asked somebody because originally it was like, what, a 1/3 mile? And they had to expand it.
Yeah.
So if you look at it through Google Earth, it does have a very unique look. I jokingly said one time to a driver, do you literally at the end of the stretch get off, turn your bike, set it back down, hop on, and then do another straightaway? And then when you get to the other end, get off the bike, turn the bike around, sit back down, and then go down the back stretch, because those turns are tight.
Yeah. I Oh,
Okay.
oh, so we got a
Oh,
little
that's a
ways.
long ways away.
ways away. You get, they say you have to know how to drive those turns. I mean,
Yep.
you just can't hug the rail and stay right there. You've got to drift out a little bit. But it's it's kind of neat.
Absolutely.
All of our places are got a little bit of specialness to
Yeah,
them.
it's not boring.
Yeah.
There's something unique about all the county
Yeah.
fairs.
Yeah.
Brad Conrad and I were talking about this county fair has a model train area, and we went through the model train area last year. Something about
And it's a whole building,
yeah,
you
it's a
said.
whole building, and there's a little engineer in all of us little boys. Everyone
Yeah.
had a toy train growing up.
Yeah.
So. It's like a European start with them turning like that up there.
For race 12, the Walter Michael Memorial Signature and Graduate Series pace. Purse of $10,000. Bring them on, Logan. Win Play Show, Exacta Quinella Trifecta Wagering. Logan Ebersol is on the 1, Braden Rhodes on the 8. A full field of 8 for your Signature and Graduate Series. 20 lifetime wins. Earnings of almost $200,000, a mark of 152. Driver change, Logan Ebersol on the mare, the 1. She's all jacked up. 35 lifetime wins. Winner of over $230,000, a mark of 151. Michael Durance on the 2, King Corona. $16 lifetime wins. Winnings of over $125,000, a mark of 151. David Justice on the 3, Dance the Way You Are. 11 lifetime wins. Earnings of almost $80,000, a mark of 152 and 3. Hank Levan on the 4, Eddie Nine Toes. 29 lifetime wins. A mark of 151 and 4. Earnings of over $175,000. Ranger Stack on the 5, Big Bad Whammo. 19 lifetime wins. A mark of 152 and 3. Earnings of over $140,000. Keith Cass Jr. on the 6, They'll Mr. Steve. $20 lifetime wins. Earnings of almost $120,000, a mark of 151 and 4. Emmanuel Miller drives the 7, Mary Jerry. And completing the field, 11 lifetime wins. Earnings of over $130,000, a mark of 152. Braden Rhodes on the 8, Rockstars Virgin. That's the field for the 12th race. Your Walter Michael Memorial Signature and Graduate Series pace, chasing a purse of $10,000. Win Play Show, Exacta Quinella Trifecta.
We'll have to do this very quick. Number 1, She's All Jacked Up, Logan Ebersol for trainer Roy Justice. Daniel and Landon Coate of Covington, Ohio are the owners.
Oldest horse in the field, King Corona, the 11-year-old. Michael DeRunce will drive and trains.
Number 3, Dance. Roy Justice, owned by Evan George Nickel and Roy Justice of Marysville.
Winchester Bay Acres Incorporated sends out Eddie Nine Toes from the 4-hole with Hank Levan up.
Number 5, Ranger Steck looks to go back or to win twice today with Big Bad Whammo, owned and trained by his father, Ron Steck.
The 6-year-old Geldingville, Mr. Steve, Keith Cash up for Larry Claybaugh, who owns and trains.
Number 7, Mary Jerry. Kenny Hurst trains. Mandy Miller will drive for a Butter Stable and Billy Taubert.
Rockstar's Virgin make the driver Braden Rhodes for Robert Rogan, who trains and owns. This is a 7-year-old gelding.
They turn on the lights
I
after we're
know.
struggling. I can't read this, and then they turn the lights on when we're done. So, Mike Wupkenberg for the final time here at Bucyrus calls the field of 8 to the Walter Michael Memorial Signature and Graduate Series purse $10,000. Open pacer, full field of 8, going postward.
Mr. Steve. Mary Jerry to the outside, Rockstar's Virgin. Top of the stretch for the 12th race. The Walter Michael Memorial, purse $10,000. It's the getaway pace, and here they come. And pacing, Big Bad Whammo rolls off the gate looking for the lead. She's all jacked up as they're protecting the rail as they move around the turn to the backstretch. King Corona is there in 3rd. In their 4th comes Eddie Nine Toes. Dance the Way You Are is in 5th. Over there 6th is Vel Mr. Steve. Then it's Mary Jerry. Rockstar's Virgin trails as they go to the opening quarter. So Logan Ebersol, he's got the mare on top. She's all jacked up. She leads the way. Big Bad Whammo is there in 2nd. Over there 3rd is King Corona. 28-4 the opening quarter. In there next is Eddie Nine Toes moving to the outside. Vel Mr. Steve. Then it's Dance the Way You Are. Underway is Rockstar's Virgin. Mary Jerry trails. Coming down here to the halfway mile mark of the race. She's all jacked up is on top. In there to be 2nd is Big Bad Whammo. Eddie Nine Toes on the outside. King Corona is at the rail. Then it's Vel Mr. Steve 2nd over in 5th. 57-1 for the half. Moving around the turn to the backstretch. She's all jacked up, trying to make every pole a winning one. Up on the outside, Eddie Nine Toes. Big Bad Whammo is 3rd. Vel Mr. Steve is moving with cover in 4th. 5th at the rail is King Corona. Then inside, Dance the Way You Are with Rockstar's Virgin and Mary Jerry. They pace by 3/4. She's all jacked up is still the leader. Eddie Nine Toes on the outside 2nd. Up into 3rd is Vel Mr. Steve. Moving around the turn to the top of the stretch. And we got a ding-dong battle for the lead. Inside, she's all jacked up. On the outside, Eddie Nine Toes. Vel Mr. Steve is 3rd. She's all jacked up. Eddie Nine Toes. She's all jacked up is digging in. She's all jacked up. Holds on to win. Eddie Nine Toes. Vel Mr. Steve. Time of the mile 1:55.
Wow, 155. She's all jacked up. That was an exciting race for the finale, wasn't it? There's a
Protected the rail at the start. Logan Ebersol picks up the win for Roy Justice. Roy had a pair in that race. This one is a 7-year-old mare by If I Can Dream. Took a mark earlier this year at 153 seasonal mark, has a lifetime mark of 52 at Miami Valley as a 5-year-old. Now 7.
the only mare in the field.
The ladies did it again. Unofficial 1462. 1462 unofficial. Another successful and safe meet here at Bucyrus. Always nice to see.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a wonderful 2 nights, a wonderful crowds here, the great band. I mean, everything went really
Weather
well.
was perfect.
Yeah. And we're done relatively early. It is 8:59.
She's all jacked up. Was all jacked up at the start. Logan Ebersol brings this one home a winner in the Walter Michael Memorial Signature and Graduate Series.
Just won 2 starts back at Scioto, and a Fillies and Mariners now winners of 2,000 last 4. That was in 153. One here tonight, 155.
Over for the final time this year. You can meet the winner in that Ron Store Sound commercial winning circle. The one, she's all jacked up. She's all jacked up. Took him gate to wire, a 7-year-old bay mare by If I Can Dream at a Miss Picasso by Real Artist. On my Daniel and Landon coat, Roy Justice trains Logan Ebersol, the winning driver, time of the mile 1:55, winning the Walter Michael Memorial. Winner King Corona 4th, Dance the Way You Are 6th, Eddie Nine Toes 2nd, Big Bad Whammo 5th, Valmister Steve 3rd, Mary Jerry 8th, Rockstars Virgin 7th. 146, 253, 87, 28 and 4, 57 and 1, 127, 155, time of the mile.
With that, we will wrap it
We
up.
will.
Susan, it's always a pleasure to be with you. Another enjoyable evening.
It was a good time.
Thank you, Stephen, for all your work under some adverse conditions. We appreciate everything you've done for us tonight. So, where does Susan Schroeder go next?
Home. Washington Courthouse. Washington Courthouse.
Okay. I think I'm off to Wapaw. I'm
Oh,
off till,
it's
until
always
Wapaw.
off
So
to Wapaw.
we invite everyone, if there's a racetrack or a county fair near you, go out and watch it live. It's so much better. So